Yeah, we're back again, the Statement Podcast. Today's another special one. Loggers, what's going on, my brother?
Boy, it's coming like today's one's a Shades edition and nobody never tell me to bring my shades.
You didn't get the memo. You didn't get the memo.
It's a brother thing. It's a brother thing. It's coming like that, innit? Anyway, we got a guy who, when we talk about legends, we kind of throw it around too easily. Now, he's a legend to a lot of people in the game, but he's probably not a legend to you. Now, this person brought a lot of people onto the game. When I'm talking about the game, I'm talking about the music game, right? He even brought me in. This guy is
he brought us all in, bro. He brought us all in.
Yep.
No, you know, I don't think sometimes it's not debatable whether someone's a legend.
It kind of is because it always goes down to like personal opinion. But anyway,
I think if you're a legend, you're a legend.
True.
If you've done what you've done, you've done what you've done.
True.
No one can't debate it.
Capital L, legend.
Yeah, I'm saying you have to get to know.
True.
You better start learning who the legends are.
Wikipedia.
Yeah. If you want to be part of a certain industry, a certain thing, to me, you better know who the legends are. You better do your research
about why people look for legends for who they are.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Learn how it started. You know what I mean? Learn who did what.
Dude, we got to introduce this guy. The one and only J2 is in the building.
Well, them intro there,
yeah, you know.
And for those who don't know, it's actually my blood brother. So that's my brother, my big bro.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm saying.
So you know what I'm saying.
Boy, right now, it's birthday season right now. What we drinking?
Right, first of all, we got us a sponsorship today. So I got to big up Roof. Black owned.
Man like Roof. Man like Roof.
Lex Stars. Yeah, that's how you pronounce. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I actually thought it was Lextasy.
Nah, Lex Taste, but Lex Stars. So so cognac, black owned. So we're gonna sample it today. Camera crew, my production team, come. Let's sample it.
And you know what the funny thing is? I'm actually gonna sample it today myself.
No, you're joking. And here's what I prepared for you earlier.
Why? Thank you.
I like the bottle. You know, the bottle looks nice.
It was decent. Cheers, blood. Cheers, blood.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
So well done for the statement the other day. I think I deserve congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, amazing.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, Dagz.
Happy birthday, fam.
Definitely.
I deserve a toast, you know what I mean?
More life. Oh, that's strong, boy.
It is strong. You know what I mean?
Woo.
You know, I think.
Hey, Roof, what go on, bro?
Exactly, because right now you're gonna have me stuttering while I'm trying to talk and stuff.
He's 40 still.
J2. That's gonna be me in a little while.
So I don't know. Today is just like it's more like a convo, man. It's like therapy as well.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? It's talking about, you know, the beginning. Like you say, the beginning. It's that. So there's no script to it. There's no form. You know, format. It's just a light convo.
You see with Jay, he just looks like a superstar all the time anyway. You're like, he's one of them guys, you start thinking, what does he do, man? Before I even knew
you know what the funny thing is? I know while having this conversation, there's going to be so many people that he's going to forget that he brought in. And then afterwards, people are going to be like texting in, putting in the comment section and blah, blah, blah. You know what? Jay brought me in on this, you know. Jay did this, Jay did that. And that's how humble this guy is.
So let's just start from the very off, Jay. Like, even before I could remember, because I'm too young.
What's the age difference, sorry? Just so I can have a little gauge.
Oh, you want to go there?
Just while we're talking, cause I don't even, you know, like I just want to get a little gauge.
2 weeks.
It gets closer. It gets closer when you get older. It gets closer.
100%.
But as a youngster, it felt like a big difference.
Proper big brother. Yeah.
So what is the difference, Jay?
5, isn't it?
5.
5 years, see?
Yeah, so when 16 it's 11, isn't it? So
it's two different worlds.
But you know what? That's just like me and Sean, because Sean is like 5 years older than me as well. Do you understand what I mean? That's my older brother.
Okay.
So yeah.
Big up Babyface.
Yeah, big up Babyface.
So,
was he a DJ as well? Original clients, boy. Tape shop days, man.
Tape shop days.
I knew him before I knew Longest, man.
Okay.
I don't think he even knew that we was brothers when I first started coming in there.
But the tape shop, that's. Yeah, we need to
cover that. We got all of that.
Big up Albert.
Yeah.
Before that. So I think we should go to like when you're, I don't know.
Let's go to the Beningin.
Secondary school. Maybe.
Yeah.
we don't have to go way back. Secondary school, and we just pave it from there, kind of.
Cool. All right.
What secondary school did you go?
I went to St Augustine's, which was in Kilburn, which was
St.
mad
Augustine's,
because imagine.
Because you're living.
I lived in Finsbury Park.
I was about to say, like, NW.
That's what my girl went.
And I travelled every day to Kilburn to go to school. But it's one of them ones where, you know, the family members say, it's a good school. Kind of thing still.
Back in the day, there was no net, innit? You remember that net that came where you could only go to school within this?
Yeah. You could
catchment area.
Anyway, everyone knew everyone. It was good.
Yeah. None of us there.
Well, some of us were good.
But
I actually thought he was gonna say like, yeah, boy, you know what? They kicked me out of all the Finsbury Park school then, so I had to go all the way. I had to go, man. But go on, sorry.
Nah, but it was a good experience actually going to West London. To be fair,
yeah,
it was a good experience going over school them side there still, and West London, very 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 hip hop inspired. Like literally, like West London was like for me the capital of hip hop at one stage because of the way that they love the culture. Do you know what I mean?
Culture inspired, isn't it?
Over there, I was tagging, spraying up the place, and all that kind of
thing.
Yeah, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I remember.
What breakdancer too?
Boy.
Yeah, that came with it, so you can't. You know,
that's what part of the culture in it. You know what I mean? Beat street days,
especially them days.
You know, hat to the back.
Yeah, what?
Clothing then, let's get to that clothing. What was you wearing?
You can't skip that fast. You can't just go from.
Sorry.
No. You can get to that.
I mean, school clothing.
No, but
sorry. I can imagine Jane is like high tops, high tech tops.
Yeah, clothing. When did you start your clothing? Like,
that was fashion for what's it called at the time? High tops was
What's that?
Dancing, the flipping.
Oh, the b-boy thing.
Yeah, b-boy thing.
You know, when he said clothing, you know,
bro, that's like 70s. What are you talking about? Why this guy trying to side? That's like 70s, cuz.
I didn't think he would say, what were you wearing? You know that?
Alright, go on, sorry.
No. Then there was like C17, Chippy, Ball Game.
C17 and Chippy, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Dagz was stealing your clothing, didn't it?
100%. We got my big cousin Clive as well. 100%. Clive and Jay. All day.
Me and Clive had the what was it? The Pierre Cardin Polar Necks.
Yeah. Major damage.
Wow.
I remember. All the bleached jeans, all that.
I remember those days came. They were kind of after the what's it called era, the C17 and
what's C17? Half of these things you're talking about.
No, before he said C17. Chippy.
Yeah, what's Chippy?
Oh, okay, what's Chippy?
That was a clothing
Chippy
brand.
was like French fashion back in the day still, but they did some bad boy jeans, some bad boy cords.
That's mad, isn't it?
Man used to wear cords them days.
Mac Chippy, you know Chippy? You remember Chippy? Okay. Yeah. Proper, mad, history.
I mean, I didn't own any of them because I was younger them times there because,
he's got Chippy on.
Yeah.
What else? What other brands?
What was it then days there?
It's a Pierre Cardin,
Pierre
Cardin.
Where was your shops them days? Where did you shop?
Covent Garden and Camden, man.
Yeah, come on.
Covent Garden and Camden.
Yeah, Camden's always been good, isn't it? So, yeah.
Big up all the guys used to like, shop in Covent Garden.
Shop, paying cash transactions?
A different kind of way.
Cash transactions?
5-finger transactions.
Involved the word Steve, but
a handy transaction.
And your favourite rapper then, because we're on this history vibe, your favourite rapper at that time?
Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, I knew.
All day long.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Big Daddy Kane. All
day long.
Yeah.
Like those days there, music wise for me was like literally like used to listen to
I think Kane was Biggie's goal as well. Biggie's got inspiration was Kane, I think.
Anyone's got style is gonna like Kane.
Yeah.
I can see. Look at you.
Class.
He had the lyrics, but he had the flow and the style.
He
had all like Cool G Rap, Bismarcky, so many Major H, so many of them in there, but the way he delivered, yeah, man, definitely.
Set pace.
Big Daddy Kane, who else?
Public Enemy, definitely.
Yeah.
Public Enemy, them times they like.
So you're the reason why he used to love Public Enemy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the reason why I went to the Public Enemy concert in 1989. Yeah, 1989.
Hold on, as he told you the name, the story behind the name.
What's that? Which
Dagz.
name?
Dagz,
I think so, but go on, listen. No.
Yeah.
Like this might be a different story to the one I already know.
Yeah.
So yeah, go on, let's hear this story.
All right, so back in the days we used to listen to what was the who was it? Was it Mike West? Who was on
WNK?
No, Capital. Yeah, Capital Radio.
Capital Radio.
And before Westwood and before Dave Pearce, there was a guy, and we went to that hip hop concert. We went to was hosted by him.
Oh,
White guy in a bloody string vest.
no, I don't remember.
But anyway, heavily into hip hop, and as most people back then, we used to like have the cassette tapes in it, so you start and stop and like you record shows and stuff like that still. So anyway, like Big Brother, doesn't it? Wants to get the little brother involved, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
So when you're not in, kind of thing, Darren, deal with the thing for me. Yeah.
So same times, Darren's best friend was Charles. So
two of them were into hip hop hard.
I started writing the lyrics.
Okay.
So, but they needed a name. So you got Charles, called in Cloak, Darren, called in Dagger.
Okay.
And Dagger.
Look at that. That's definitely the story.
That's a piece of the history we missed on this show.
Dagger's a rapper.
Even that miss me. Even that
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
Cloak and Dagger, yeah.
Because as far as I knew, that was just his name from when we went to GCrew kind of thing. I mean, Dagger D.
Darren, man, he was going to be like the UK Chris Cross.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he going to be called Shot and Tom?
And then our younger brother, Danny, he could do beatbox with his mouth. And so you're doing beatbox and he'd be knocking the toys, making the beat.
See? Okay.
It's mad. It's mad.
Production
I'll be in my bedroom. It's mad in there. Mad. So yeah, so Jay actually wrote lyrics.
Yeah.
So we had book lines, notepads of lyrics galore.
Yeah.
It was mad.
That's cool.
Yeah. So what year is that? That's 1990. 89, 90, 91.
1975?
No. I wasn't born then, yeah, just make that clear. Yeah, statement made. I wasn't born then.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, there was plans being made, boy, but yeah.
No, it got done. You know, sometimes everything, I always say, each experience is just is an experience. I feel like everyone feels like if it didn't go to the maximum, then you know what I mean. But it still holds its weight for when it was. You know what I mean?
It does.
Whatever was done made you what you are now.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I went to the Public Enemy concert. I wasn't allowed out. Dad didn't want me around. Didn't want me going out nowhere. But as long as Jay was there,
it's cool.
With me, it's cool. It's cool. So that was my first experience of going somewhere out, like at night time without my mum.
Was that London Arena?
That's what I was trying to work out the other day. So I actually Googled it. That's mad. I Googled it to see Public Enemy concert, London, 1989. I don't know. It did.
London Arena.
I don't know.
Because that was before 02.
But London Arena was only around for a short amount of time, because I think it was a case of Wembley closed down for a while to do some renovations, and then London Arena almost came out around them times.
I swear it's London Arena.
Somebody Google that.
Yeah, Google that still.
Public Enemy concert, 1989. Car. Yeah, well, wherever it was, we jumped on the train.
I actually had to go to
everything's documented
New York
from
to see them.
You know? You got to think about it. The stuff that was like so long ago, like unless someone's official, not everything's documented.
I went on YouTube as well, and nothing came.
And
up.
Public Enemy,
I had to go to New York to see them.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I went to years ago. Don't tell me about years. I can't tell you about what year it was. But I was in New York. Went to visit my cousins and everything like that. Saw Public Enemy with Heavy D, Kid and Play, and Vogue, and what was Tupac original crew called again?
Don't ask me.
Humpty Hump, Digital Underground. Yeah. So I actually saw Tupac before he actually became the man. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So that's what, 1989. So yeah, that was a big thing for me. Concert on a weekday. At school the next day.
On a weekday.
Yeah, going to school the next day, bragging that I've gone and seen my favourite group. Come on. So, yeah, that was 1989.
Yeah.
Where else? Where else? Sure,
when did we do Redman and Method Man? When was that?
That was a few years later.
That'd be later still. That'd be later still.
Yeah.
You was playing sound. Was you playing sound them times there?
So, them times there... I would have been in Crystallised. Would have been in Crystallised them times there.
Big up Victor and Birdie.
Birdie, Irie.
Who else? Was
the whole crew. It was them times. It was Victor, Birdie, myself, J2. It was Riddler. It was Daddy Kroogs. Yeah. It was it was. Okay. It was like a stage show style.
And the gal them.
Yeah, man.
And the gal them.
But back in the days, it was that's how like the sounds rolled, didn't it? They had the selector, and then they had a bag of MCs. You know what I mean? Bag of MCs, didn't it?
You was the selector DJ at the time.
So I played soul them times there.
Okay.
So
what tune was bossing them times? Come on, what tune?
Apparently Nothing.
Okay. Apparently Nothing.
Yeah.
I can't remember. What's the name of the group again?
Oh my gosh, where's it go from? Young Disciples.
Yeah. Big tune.
To be fair, there's so many tunes, man. I worked in a record shop, innit? So I think we've even skipped that part.
You skipped a lot.
Oh yeah, we skipped that part.
All right, let me get a point.
Start the talk because like we're skipping.
No, I can go to something because this would be the age that we was talking about, 1989.
Okay.
And you could tell me if I'm on the right path. Grange Hill.
Yes, bro.
On TV. Grange Hill was on TV on a Saturday morning. So if anyone was on TV,
Saturday morning,
when was it?
Midweek.
Saturday. Okay.
That must be the repeat or
I think it was on every day.
Okay. You see, it's a long time ago, isn't it? But I just remember Grange Hill's on. We're running down the stairs because my brother could be there.
You know what you're
on TV.
Like,
you know what TV could be.
You know what
could be.
Might see your elbow. But you know what you're thinking of when they rerun it.
That's right. I'm sure it was a Saturday.
But you remember when they reran it and certain people was in EastEnders and we used to look back and be like, oh, look, it was on the same time where these people were
That's
grown.
right. So basically, they used to film Grange Hill at Elstree, which is the same place they used to film EastEnders. So we was on set with
Elstree Studios.
How did that come about then? How did that opportunity
So I used to go to a drama school called Anna Shear.
Everyone knows
Anna Shear crew.
Yeah.
The Angel.
Yeah. So I went there from primary school days, actually.
She's actually a person, isn't it?
Yeah, so
she was there.
I think she passed now, but she ran that school for years. A lot of
the greats come from there.
So they used to have auditions down there, and then they auditioned for Grange Hill. Just extra part, to be fair, but that meant taking that job. That meant I used to film 3 times a week. So. And back then it was like, I think it was like £58 a week, which was
that's
in them days. That's
That's decent.
I was going McDonald's and treating all the man and still. Them days, it was nice.
What year is that though? What year?
That must be. It must be like 86, 87.
See, even before that,
that must be 86, 87. Because I was about 14. I think I did Grange Hill between the ages of 14 and 15. Or 13 to 15, I think I did for 2 years.
Okay.
After that, went college.
Did anything come off Grange Hill? Did anyone spot you? And
Yeah. But you know what? I don't like going to. The hair wasn't on. Yeah, the hair wasn't. There's some picture floating around, like I say, like spot where I am. Sorry guys,
you can tell you don't drink, man. And we're not editing out.
That's alright, bro.
Can you zoom in, please, man?
That's alright.
This is what you call a novice. A novice, This is what we call beginner, Please zoom
Come
into
on,
that.
man. Come on, man.
Listen.
You don't even drink regularly.
My juice is right here. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm holding up.
Just say you didn't want it.
man.
You should have just said you didn't want it.
Bruv, there's
like,
still
I had a
bits in
sip,
there,
I had a
but
sip, and I didn't want no more. You could have just said that.
Respect.
Big up Ruth, he's sorry.
Don't cut out,
He's sorry.
you know,
He's
Ruth,
sorry.
you see
Big
what's
up
going
Ruth,
on over
he's sorry. Should pour him another one for that, to be fair.
Yeah. Next taste.
Not the ones that were like trying to throw the vegetables off your plate.
Get
Get that replacement. Get that replaced.
Daddy, what happened?
So yeah, after Grey Jewel, Jay.
Yeah, so
So
no man, nothing happened from Grey
You
Jewel.
didn't get Dagz and Grey Jewel.
No, I'm too young. Come on.
I left
86.
Yeah.
I don't even expose how old I was.
86. Oh,
But I ain't even on double figures yet.
He's
You know what I mean? So no, before me.
wow.
Yeah. So okay.
So yeah, at college I studied computer technology, but one of the techs there asked me to design a certificate for the class I was in.
Right.
So she put me on this Mac and opened up this little design package, and
The rest is history.
yeah,
What was
mate.
that back in them time?
It was sugar. It was the square Mac with the bloody grey screen.
Yeah.
It was like literally the one with
Was it
the
called
floppy disk.
Photoshop?
With
Like
the
the things that what
no,
Disc.
I don't think it was Photoshop that I used.
floppy disk? Yeah.
My kids would be like, "What the hell are you
It's a
talking
floppy
about?
disk, you know what I
What the hell
mean?
is a floppy disk?"
What is that? Even if you showed it to them, then.
Yeah.
Literally.
So what did you? Do you remember what you made it on? That was their software. Sorry.
I can't remember what the software was called.
Yeah.
It was basic though, but it had like certain fonts.
Is it art or one of them things?
One of them ones, one of them early ones.
Early ones, isn't it?
So
That's when you fell in love with computer design.
yeah, definitely like literally that was yeah. So I actually started doing hand design flyers for like the local parties around the area. Big up N19 crew and all the crew then still, but like all the parties that was happening like in Gabriel's or Chai or whatever, like literally I was doing these little hands like just.
Man said Gabriel's and Chai Center. Come on, tell us where Gabriel's and Chai was.
Gabriel's was Holly Road, man. That place there.
Gabriel Hall.
That place there. Yeah.
Memories.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
year? I
definitely.
don't know what year
Definitely.
is. They don't know what year is.
So that
Exactly.
must be 80. Yeah, that's got to be 89.
And Crystallize kind of, that was their
89.
home, wasn't it? At one point kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Crystallize around that place there.
I
Still.
didn't even realize Gabriel's was operating from them times then.
Yeah,
89.
I'm sure it's 89, 90.
I
Must
couldn't
be.
tell you.
Cause yeah, we was youth still.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we would have dances with. Oh, let me remember some of the sound names now.
Sweet something.
Sweet Success.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, man.
Yeah, you're gonna have to think, man.
Sweet Success from Tottenham, innit?
That's cool. Big up Cuddler, big up the twins.
Ragamuffin Cuddler. Yeah, the twins. Yeah.
Big up Ike. How you mean, man?
Ike, right,
Yeah,
Ike
come on.
Dread.
Yeah.
Mr. Red Cup.
Yeah. Wisdom Hardcore. Them times
Wisdom
there.
Hardcore.
Yep.
Who else was there?
I'm gonna leave that to you, man.
Tri Center was in Holloway as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. Black Cobra.
I think Chai Center was
Seven
kind of
Sisters.
Seven Sisters Road.
Opposite
Yeah,
McDonald's.
yeah. We had an office in there for a couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah, Desmond. You know Desmond Riley. That was always the person that kind of ran it, I think.
This is mad because I should know all these sounds, and right now I'm just drawing a blank. But
Yeah,
there are
that's
so
what-
many,
That's what happens when you put on the
Literally.
spot.
Yeah.
And then
That's what
after the
happened.
podcast, you'll be like, "Ah, mate."
so many sounds though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
J2, how you forget me?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Like Basco General's a bad man down in Gabriel still.
Okay.
Rest in
Bas-
peace, Little T. Do you know what I mean? Like literally those, like Jumbo.
Jumbo Uti.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
So okay. So
Bod.
Them man, they were our artists, them man.
Yeah. Bloody hell, Bod. Jeez,
I remember that name. I remember the name.
Junior Dangerous, Junior Rudy. Yeah, everybody used to pass for Gabriel's, man. Literally.
So was it you promoting the dance, or was it you doing the dance, or was it you playing? Just
Wayne Young there. Yeah, feel it. You know what? Yeah, not even demo. Then there's Wayne Young, the guy from Wood Green. we know from club. Like
youth club.
Yeah,
because even Junior Rudy's Dean Martian as well. He's an artist still now.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like literally legends. But so Gabriel's was one of our places still, but we used to do house parties, man. I think that's how Crystallized really got our name in the end still. Like it's a kick off doors and hostels and string up. Yeah, mate.
Them days there.
So yeah, man. So big up Victor, man. Definitely used to come through the houses.
Victor
man.
V.
Yeah, Victor V, man. All day long, mate.
Which one? Because there's two. I know.
Only one Victor V, man. Victor Victorious V, man.
Yeah, that's my regiment.
Station FM.
Yeah, literally. We didn't even talk about Station FM. Freaking hell. Yeah, man.
Was that you? Was that you? That station?
Nah, we're just close affiliation with Keeley.
Keeley.
So who is he still about?
Yeah.
See Keeley the other day. Yeah.
Father Keeley, man. General.
To me, that was one of the first.
General.
Mission FM.
We need to get him on there as well. Keeley, you're coming on there. You're coming on there.
Keeley, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed me plenty of love because obviously I was on Station FM as well.
For years.
Years, man.
That station was more than, like, for me, at one point it was bigger than Chase.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, we're going there first.
And the rig was going far. Like, you know, like you could get Station FM everywhere.
Yeah.
He's one of the main reasons why I got to interview people like Kanye West and Rihanna and flipping Ja Rule and like a whole heap of people. So big up DJ Keeley, bro.
Come on,
100%, man. Beat those bowls, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, flowers, Keeley, flowers. We give you your flowers, man.
That's how you wake up in the morning.
You like
this is.
We need to
get on there.
Better sleep to it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so that's Crystallize. Is work getting into it? You're studying the design. I don't want to come off of that.
Yeah, so in that space, I started working for my cousin, big up Fonzie, big up Clive.
Clive.
Beat Freak Records, which was the tape shop, Wood Green.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so I'm working there on weekends, Fridays and Saturdays.
Right.
And basically just selling records, yeah. So what
was your drive like? Did you ask him you want to work, like that kind of kid?
He asked me if I wanted to work. He knew I love music, and he asked me if I wanted to work, and I said yes.
Okay.
And literally, I would say 85% of my wages every week, just records. Yeah. Records.
So you're working, get the money, and you're paying it back to where you work.
Yeah, literally that.
Okay.
Sunday mornings, drive down to Jetstar.
Yeah.
Big up Mr. Palmer crew. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, man. Those are those days, and I met a lot of people through the record shop. So like, big up Nigel B. I think me and Nigel met through the record shop.
Okay.
Anyway, the tape shop is owned by two brothers, Albert and Horner. Albert has a print press at the back of the shop, just a one color rotor press, literally like.
We've spoken about this one color thing, you know. You know, used to this full color flyers. It wasn't that back in the day. You see the motion, one color. Yeah, one color. You pick your color.
So as I've left college now, I've said to Albert, if you get a computer, I could do what I was doing at college here, and we could actually design some flyers and stuff. So he was like, all right. So he bought a computer. Now the thing is, I learnt on the Mac, but then later on I started using PC, and I fell in love with PCs. For me, it was PC all the way for a number of years.
And it's your fault why I still like
literally 100%. If you came through Click Office,
you know,
it's a PC.
It's a PC. So yeah.
So anyway, so the idea was talk to a couple of my DJ friends and get people to kind of come and, you know, get their flyers. I think at that time, the main flyer house that was doing flyers for like our kind of dances was a place called Clearer Print.
Okay.
Which was like a photocopy place. I think they had one in Dalston and one in Peckham or Lewisham.
Okay.
Yeah. So and they do these kind of like multicolored card, like yellow, pink, and orange kind of card with like black print on it. So I started doing designs. I started kind of scanning bits and pieces from magazines and so forth. I think my first official client was
Dun, dun, dun.
my first official client was.
Jeez, think back. He told me as well, you know. Did you mention him the other day?
Yes.
You mentioned
Where was we? We was at
You said that's my first
we
client.
was at Coco White, innit?
Yeah. You introduced me to him.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andy B.
Andy B.
Andy
okay,
B.
big up Andy B, man.
Yeah.
Early out doing
Yeah,
dances.
like literally. So that was my first official client. So to be fair, because when I designed that fly for Andy brought in Keatley.
Right.
Keatley brought Anthony Brightly.
Okay.
It was just like a chain ball, like literally.
Yeah, word of mouth.
From doing flyers for those lot, everybody was coming.
Right.
Everybody was coming.
Because you'd put your number, your
little
tag
first
it
edition thing at the
with
bottom
the
there.
phone number.
Yep.
And it
Yep.
just spins out.
With an 020 number, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, what's the numbers?
0208 365 number. Oh no.
It won't be that. It'd be 081.
Yeah,
071.
Original one was 01.
And it was wood green.
01.
01 was the original one. Then it came to 081 and 071.
Oh, geez, long as you're old. Long as you're old.
But them days,
I just did my research.
Long as you're old, man. 01, you know.
01 was original.
So it's 01. The number was 01. It's done. Yeah, come on. Pour up, mate. Lex Stars.
Yeah.
In the building. Black Owns. Cognac.
Yeah, actually
Let's
does
go.
taste decent. I ain't gonna lie.
Tastes alright, yeah?
Very nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's not get too excited.
It's not getting too excited. You want a
School
different,
night.
you want a different chaser?
Yeah, give me some Darren special. Give me some apple juice.
Alright, let's go.
That's a Dagz special, boy.
Right, so go on now. So you're at the shop. Clients are coming in.
Clients are coming in. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to jog your memory.
You know what? All right. So we've got Andy B, but I can't literally. So I guess the scene has always been this way. It's always split up into kind of groups and areas and kind of cliques and so forth. Still.
Yeah, clicky.
So
Sorry, Jay, can you point the mic towards you?
is that better? Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
So Andy definitely was the plug to introduce me to that scene. Yeah.
What is that scene?
The street sound scene.
Street sounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So them times that we're talking about the sounds that are rolling around are you got Andy B, you got Hector Selector, you got Mystery, you got Keatley, Lady J, WJ Good Groove on his own them days there. You got Studio Express, you got Touch of Class,
Mr.
Fifth Avenue, Mr. Banton. You got Hyper ESQ,
Latest edition.
Mellow Prime Time. Did I say them already?
No.
Latest edition.
What year is this, sorry?
This is 1989, I want to say.
Wow.
That's big because a lot of them sounds he just mentioned are still at it now. Still at it now.
Yeah, Studio Express as well.
amazing.
Did I not mention Studio Express?
You said it, yeah.
Alright,
You
cool.
said
Yeah.
You didn't even. You only just mentioned them on that list. You didn't mention them before.
Okay.
Was that older version or was that the people?
So at that, it's weird because at that point in time, there was a lot of transitions of
Sounds.
the older sounds and the newer versions that
Handing
kind
them
of
down.
come out from it.
Yeah.
And I think when I started doing what I'm doing, that was the transition stage. If you want to think transfer window. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So literally now, the sounds that you have now are basically those that was the generation that came through still, which I have issue in certain ways, but we'll talk about that a little later still. So the plug, Andy, like I said, was the plug for a lot of those guys still, but Keatley came through and then it kind of became very much station or radio station orientated.
Yeah, okay.
But then I have to mention Barry Bam. There is a shop that used to be in Tottenham called Trinket Box Jewelers, yeah? Barry Bam, big up Paul Daly. But Barry was the manager for Latest Edition. them times the latest edition was DJ Legs, Desi G, Barry White, Mr. Eastender, Jazzy J. Like literally that is like the biggest sound, street sound wise, them times there.
What area?
So they were from south and west. Yeah, south and west, and Barry was from north. Barry came through and started doing flyers with me. Through Barry, I'm doing flyers for latest edition. I'm doing flyers for now Student Express. Then I'm doing flyers for Winner Road Show. So Chris Sweeney was one of my biggest clients them times there still. On the flip side, Anthony Brightley's come true. So now I'm getting like Anthony Brightley and getting the Chimes crew and people that, you know. So it really snowballed to the point where the tape shop now was being kind of,
it's too small.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
Too small.
Literally, even the record side of things is not doing anything what the flyers are doing, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So even Horner.
So that's down to you.
Yeah, basically. So if you remember the tape shop used to actually sell cassette tapes and studio equipment. So like the real
metal cassettes.
Long as explain, because there's some people that will be from North London. Explain where the tape shop is situated.
All right, so if you come out of Wood Green Tube Station and you walk across diagonal, like to say you're going towards a council building.
Station Road.
Yeah, Station Road. So, like, basically, if you come out the train station and you're going to get a bus stop to Ali Pali.
W3.
The W3 bus stop. It's just before the W3 bus stop. So, like, you've got the kebab place on the corner and it's just like 2 doors away from the kebab place.
On the corner.
So that was a tape shop.
That way.
Yes, going towards Station Road, where basically the W3 bus stop is like 2 doors.
So a lot of us, like I'd meet Longers outside after school. We'll just go there. We'll just go link Longers to go and just
pass through.
Hang
out there.
Doing nothing.
You have to tell me, like, obviously, big up Dean, big up some of the sound and stuff, but I need to remember some of the sounds that used to pass through.
Alright, that side I can't remember, but what I can remember is that was the point where I came in. So I used to go down to the flipping tape shop virtually every single day to see what new records are there, etc, etc. And then Jay one day goes to me, yo, when you coming back in again? I said, I'll probably come back in tomorrow. We gotta talk. I said, alright, cool. Came back in the following day and Jay goes to me, listen, like, I'm putting together a sound, like a younger sound. So what are you saying? Do you want to be a part of it? I was like, yeah, cool. Do you remember that conversation? Even told me the name of the time. Like, now the part that you missed, is that you actually had a sound called Sapphire. Yeah, tell us about Sapphire.
So like Jay said earlier,
Black
we're gonna go back and forth in it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Black
So
Sapphire.
big up. So alright, so this is what happened now. So big up Victor V, big up Birdie Irie. There was a whole crew of us.
Too many
crystallized, and I think there was a lot of opinions on which direction we should be going as a sound.
So too many people.
Yeah,
like too many cooks boiled above kind of thing. Yeah.
But
the thing is,
what was it? Was it money? Like, is it money issue because there's so many sounds splitting the money? Is it because you did have meetings?
What is this? Let me.
Just be blunt on it. Just talk it straight.
Crystallized was Victor's sound, yeah.
Right.
So Crystallized and Birdie Irie, and it's for them days there. That was the thing, that you play music, you run a rhythm, MC chat and do whatever. You get what I'm saying? Us lot kind of hanging around and going to Gabriel's all the time, pick up the mic, and then this kind of this
thing,
this thing formed, didn't it? So we're all crystallized. You get what I'm saying? So anywhere crystallized there, we're there. Do you get what I'm saying? But what happened now is that the MCs, they want to go in a particular direction. They're more for the pull up the version, where actually them days, and I understand fully where Victor's come from. Them days is when Bogle come out. Do you get what I'm saying? Like them beats there. So you want to juggle. Do you get what I'm saying? It's juggling time now. Do you know, we were listening to stereo.
What's juggling time?
Is mixing rhythms. Do you get what I'm saying? And mixing rhythms fast.
Bang,
big up Victor V. If you know about juggling, then you know about Victor V.
Original.
You get what I'm saying? Now, them man they juggle without no blood clot center. You know when you have the 7-inch, you have to put center in it. Yeah. No center. Them man they use finger and thumb. Yeah. So Victor was more about juggling. where actually the artists in the sound, quite naturally, because that's what they do, are more about running lyrics and running rhythms. You get what I'm saying? So I think it just became like, you know, it was too much for both situations to kind of not happen. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, to be honest, them times there, that's the part of the reason why there was too many man in every single sound, because like there's people who are part of the sound who like what do they have to understand? It's just part of the sound, isn't it? Where Roy and Super. That's I'm not even gonna go to the rest of Super's name, but remember Roy and Super.
But that is a time when obviously the structure of a sound is that, you know, you got Saxon, Coxsone, Unity, you got all these are the sounds that we're listening to on cassette. You get what I'm saying? We're trying to do what they're doing. So, you know, you bring your selector, you bring two little dub play, and then you bring your whirl of MCs. You get what I'm saying? And in North London, you couldn't test crystallize. Like simple, you couldn't test crystallize. And Gabriel's was our spot,
home ground.
Do you know what I mean? I remember one time. Oh sugar! I'm trying to remember the name of the sound. A sound came. Big up my Bridget Marlin. I'm trying to remember the name of your sound right now still, but I can't remember the name of the sound. But these are the guys that we went college with. Yeah, so we all know these guys, and these guys live in West London. Yeah, so Marlin's built this sound. So we always banter about clashing sounds or whatever. And them times they were talking about Barracuda amps and all these things, like people going in on their sounds. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, we've invited this sound down to Gabriel's. And it's a normal thing, isn't it? Gabriel's is our spot. When Daddy Cruz goes and does his thing, when Rida goes and does his thing, it's just, do you get what I'm saying? But this sound brought Sweetie Ari. Lord have mercy.
How you don't remember the sound, man? And they brought Sweetie Ari.
Was Sweetie actually part of the sound, or was he a ringer?
Doesn't matter.
It's West London, man. Calm down. It's West London. Calm down.
He's representing that sound.
Calm down.
Yeah.
So
because it sounds like to me there was no transfer fee. It was just like, yo, Richard, yeah, my friend, come, make it roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sweetie Ari, bonafide in that place that day. It was heart wrenching, mate. Trust me. It was heart wrenching. You know, like Tottenham losing to Arsenal on home ground. It was heart wrenching, mate. It was heart wrenching. But then there's a nice man.
So is that the times when Crystallize you had that meeting and said, you know
so
what?
Basically we had this meeting and if I'm being honest with you, it felt like a coup at the time, because like you got the sound and then you got the sound within the sound, planning what they're gonna do to try and come out of the sound. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing is, coming out of the sound just leaves the sound with Victor and Birdie.
Okay.
In that culture of times, it's the MCs that are carrying the swing on certain sounds. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, again, big up Junior Dangerous, big up Junior Rudy, big up Bod, big up Jumbo. These are the men that when they come and touch the mic, whatever sound they touch the mic for, it's done.
And it also, them times it was more than just playing in clubs. They were flipping loads of all days that used to go parks in a whole heap of different parks in all different parts of
Park, Frenzy Park, Shoreditch, literally that was all. It was all day. Listen, that was the original festival. Yeah, all days was the original festival. Yeah, big up when it was also simple. Yeah, but yeah. So we had this meeting, and in this meeting, it was a sound meeting, and within this meeting, we decided to just tell Victor, we're gonna go on our own. So we came with the name Black Sapphire.
How did that go down first? It was Victor's response.
It was just like, alright, cool. He was asking why. I think then times it was just like, oh man, just what we've got to do kind of thing, you know. But to be fair, you know what? Everybody was alright in the end. Do you know what I mean? Everyone was alright in the end still. So as Black Sapphire, we started playing out different places and so forth.
That's a good name though. Who came up with it?
Big up Samantha. That's Riddler's sister. Yeah. She came with the name Black Sapphire. Big up Samantha. I love that name, mate. Black Sapphire. Anyway, I think for me, and this is the part that I was alluding to earlier, when I saw sound culture, it was always about passing on the baton to the next generation. Do you get what I'm saying? It was always about looking for new talent and kind of trying to motivate new talent. Do you get what I'm saying? I saw new talent definitely in Longers. Longers was a bad boy DJ from a long time. From the times we used to call it was it a mixing desk? He used to come in and say, what mixing desk do you use? Then times we was using 212 techniques.
Yeah. What, at the shop?
No, mixing desk.
Mixing desk,
Okay.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flip.
But yeah, I think at the time, I was just like, no, you know what? I want to do something different because I think I enjoyed the vibes of the new sounds that were coming up, like Second Image.
Second Image even came after us. Poison. Lady Force.
Yep.
Glamour Guard.
King Status.
Yeah.
So like all of those sounds that was doing dancing black people's Black People's Culture Centre, the one on Stokey.
The high road.
I think so. Yes.
I remember I did a dance in there with who was it?
Warner and Albert.
Yeah. What was the name of the dance again? Can you remember?
No.
Damn.
Who was on it? Second Image.
Was it Position?
Yes.
Position.
Second Image. Poison.
Yeah.
Sapphire, Young Sapphire. Because we was Young Sapphire originally, and then we went up to just Sapphire.
So basically, yeah. So what had happened is basically I liked the vibes of these sounds that were doing a thing, and I wanted a sound to kind of
take over,
get in that mix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because to be fair, Black Sapphire was more about the more of the soundboy culture where it's like you flip the rhythm and do your thing kind of thing still. And even though that was happening in them dances there, it was a lot more juggling going on as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, people are listening to Bodyguard, they're listening to King Addies, they're listening to like these guys that are juggling. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Tony Mackerel was on Bodyguard them times there. You get what I'm saying?
Was he on Bodyguard them times there?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
He was in King Addies.
King Addies, sorry.
Yeah.
Filings.
New York son.
Yeah.
Filings was on Bodyguard.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like that vibe there. So I wanted to form a sound that could kind of...
Yeah.
So how it originally started is obviously working in the record shop. I bought a lot of doubles.
I used to just pass them on, yeah.
So what I did... Let me see if I can remember the original members of Young Sapphire.
Go.
Asha D.
Yes.
B.
Asha B.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I was thinking Asha B.
Not you, Ash.
No,
Not that.
yeah. Almost got it. Go on. Asha Boo Boo.
Shit, what was the random's name?
Magnum.
Yep.
This is paying homage, you know.
Yeah, Caston.
Yep. Cassie.
You had Gunsmoke.
Yep.
Ba-
I was wondering if you can leave that one out.
Oh shit, who else was in it?
You had Roy. You had Super.
Yeah, Roy. Yeah. Shit.
They say super head.
I said pause on that one already, bro. I said pause on that one already, bro. I said Super.
That's his name.
I said pause on that one.
That's his name.
But then we're also missing one person. That was Lawrence Tucker. I've forgotten his name at the time.
Yeah.
His name, I can't remember his sound name, but it's Lawrence Tucker was there as well.
Yeah.
And that was mad, man. That was like,
I guarantee if I was put on the spot, I would have forgotten bare man's name.
rehearsal at Hanley Road.
Yes,
Do you know what I mean?
we used to go to your yard.
Yeah, man, rehearsal.
Wow.
Man. So yeah, but
that was before we started to go into Rantis' yard in Edmonton.
Yeah, so I took my doubles and bought extra sevens, and I literally just gave it to them.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? And there's more Caston at the time who was just more like, he loved music, innit? And to be fair, even though we were creating a sound called Young Sapphire, this man wants to play rare groove on it. Do you get what I'm saying? From them days, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he loves his rares.
Yeah, 100%. You know, so big up Caston inside the place. You know what I mean?
Yes, Cass.
Original Stonebridge crew.
Yep.
But yeah,
that's Stonebridge Tottenham, by the way.
Yeah, Stonebridge.
Know the difference.
Come on. They know. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm trying to work out how that transitioned though, because obviously Darren came into the mix.
Yes.
Because remember, I wasn't outside in it, so you've created a sound, and I think you had me in your mind,
yeah, 100.
But I wasn't.
You wasn't in that.
I wasn't there. Yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah,
I ain't made it.
Yeah.
So you weren't Dagz yet.
Yeah, far from it. Far from it.
In fact, you might have to take off the sunglasses for this.
Yeah. In a minute. I'll take off in a minute. But yeah, you're right. I wasn't that person yet. So I'm just watching and learning. Long as it's my year.
Yeah.
Everyone else is probably older, or same year and older.
They were older.
But I'm just watching and just looking and observing. So I think that's where I was at the time. So yeah, but
to be honest, I don't even remember the transition of how you actually came in.
I think it was a party. A 16th party.
Was it Selby Centre?
Nah, it was in Dawson somewhere.
Okay.
So it was like a private party, but I think other people outside can come in, and I think that was the first time I've touched the decks.
Was that Chai Centre?
I don't think it was.
Chai Centre's like kind of.
No, I'm sure it was Kingsland High Road, something like that. And I think that was the first time. But I remember I've encountered all the flower pots and all that palm tree, and I'm just watching, just looking and learning. But I think that was a party.
Old cows were.
So I was a box boy. I was happy for it. I glamorized it. That was my gateway in. And I used to get this on when I get to school. The next day, I don't care. Big up Terry Ryan. This man, Charlie and Ponsa. He flipped it before it. This man, but you know what? I got to that is it, innit? That was my.
You got to the front of the queue, bro.
Yeah,
you got to the front of the queue.
And then we'll skip forward and go to GCrew, and then that's when I really took the my time now.
You know what's weird? Like, obviously we're not gonna go into our side of things, but the transition of us going from Sapphire to GCrew, it was weird because it was almost like we was doing one thing that was breaking up, and then we just walked straight through the next door, just straight away.
I don't even think it was breaking up. I just think that it was unspoken, and it was just a change of time. And I think we touched on it the Heartless Crew.
Yeah, and when we touched on that episode, was where people were moving over to the drum and bass side of things, the jungle side of things.
All the sound man now. Mm-hmm. Not even that. Poison. It was everybody. It weren't just our sound. So Young Sapphire. It'd be Lady Force, it'd be King Status, Glamour God.
They were going to Raven in that areas, and like
everyone is going now raving with jungle.
Yes.
And teeth in clothes. Designers. So
Probito gang.
What we did is just, it was unspoken. I can't. To be honest, I can't even explain it.
Yeah.
But
it was
all of a
almost
sudden
just a transition, like it was already set up. But it wasn't.
Yeah, it was like we formed another sound.
Yep.
So it's like two sounds were running, but one might have been fading away.
That's kind of what I remember.
This sound was getting a few.
I remember this part where my tunes merged with Budge's tunes.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Bojo.
Rest in peace, Bojo.
Butch.
Yeah.
Butch. Yeah, for real.
But it's mad because like I couldn't even I don't even know who picked out the crew, or if you look just kind of just.
We just met. We met Shady Grove, done a back-to-back, exchanged numbers, and the next day we invited them, Scribs, Bojo and Sonny,
to your house, wasn't it?
No, to go to a barbecue. We was playing at a barbecue on a Saturday. That was a Friday, Shady Grove. So Saturday we just said, you man, come, roll with us.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. Basically, that was it. It wasn't no speaking about it. It weren't no planned thing. Yeah. That was it. All of a sudden,
end up rolling.
What we calling ourselves, and GCrew was formed. I think we went into it how we got the name of that.
It was because everyone lived in the area that was coming from Green. I lived in Wood Green. You lived in Palmer's Green. With what's his name lived in Palmer's Green as well. Charles. Yeah. Then you've got Ozzy lives in Bounds Green.
Ozzy, rest in peace, my dog, my brother Ozzy. He put the thing together as well because. Yeah. Even though he wasn't there on the night at Shady Grove to introduce anyone, there was his brethrens. Yeah. And then he's our brethrens.
He was the middleman between.
He went to school with them, man, with Budjo and that. And he was our dogs day to day.
Yeah.
And then so he was the cement So big up Ozzy, man. Big up Ozzy, man.
Squeaks lived in Europe.
My brother that.
So because Squeaks lived in Newton Green, it was like everybody lived in an area that had green next to it.
Yeah, man.
And that's how we
mad.
got the name GCrew.
Yeah.
There was once you had a white girl in your
Yes.
Laura Moises, she booked a table at my party the other day.
Big
up Laura.
You got to
talk about
Laura.
Yeah, no, I just remember seeing one flyer with everyone in the suit.
Yeah.
You see a post?
Marketing plan. That was a perfect marketing plan.
That's before I knew you, man.
Yeah. She took us across the country.
Laura became our manager. Do you understand what I mean?
Man was on this poster looking like some porno flick.
I'm Italian stallion. Yeah, it's mad. And I regret.
Laura though.
No, but I regret, man, the clothing, man. How I go to a photo shoot and this colour vest I was wearing. No, it was mad. There's no coordinate. It was a mad thing, man. You know when you wish you could go back in time. You know, you fucked up, man. You fucked up, man. Yeah, but we got Laura, man. She was at my party on Saturday. Booked a table, brought her friends out.
Go on,
Laura's still there. My sister, that.
And she was the one who took us outside of London.
She used to be mad with us. Imagine she's on point.
Yeah.
And then Bujon getting you. You can hear me wherever you are. My man's turning up all 45. Look, the cab's booked.
Yeah.
Certain time limousine booked to go country. My man's turning up 45 minutes late. And no apology, just what's wrong? What's happening? What's wrong?
As well.
Yeah, she used to be mad. Story. So sorry, Laura, for them time there, man. Stress you out. That it feels like the promoters ring you like, where are you lot? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, big up Laura Moises, man. Big up.
Yeah, come on.
So yeah, go on to the transition. GCrew to GEnts.
Yeah.
Jay's been a part of it all the way through. All the way through.
Jay, have you been part of different crews as well, or you just had one crew?
Yeah. So from Black Sapphire and kind of doing the stuff for Young Sapphire, I was doing the solo bit for a bit, and then
solo bit for a bit. Okay,
and then I started doing dances. I think actually I've been doing dances for what I'm saying
forever,
long time.
All right, so. Like you said, let's just go back and forth in it. Yeah. Just piece it together. You want to piece it together still.
No, we don't piece it.
I have to big up Sir Anthony Brightly.
Come on.
Yeah, Anthony Brightly.
He is like the Quincy Jones, for our scene.
Jay introduced me to him, and I spoke to him on the phone, right?
He's like Quincy Jones for
cool guy
for the sound circuit. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like the amount of dots that he's connected, the amount of people that he's put on is just and he's still doing it. He's still taking man to school. You know what I'm saying? Still doing it. So big up D-Jam 2023, everybody that's going there still. Do you know what I mean? But this guy used to come and check me at the printers, at the tape shop to get flyers done. One day we got talking. That's it. So me and big up Mo Vibes, my brother Morris, we used to go down to Chimes and use a studio, and at the time we was remixing a Pure Silk song to be Jungle.
Okay.
But me and Anthony got talking. He had just kind of opened up Chime, so he converted Pegasus Bar, he's knocked it out, he's built this upstairs little kind of home living room type kind of little bar thing going, and he's got downstairs, and he's like, I want to put on the dance.
Just so people that don't know, but Chimes and Pegasus were two separate entities, but they were next door to each other. Owned by the word
Palace Pavilion.
Palace Pavilion was next door to Chimes.
Dagz.
But basically,
AKA Dagz.
You had Pegasus here, Chimes here, but it's like one building, but they're both basically kind of
different
home to Chopper Jobs and home to Silk City. So big up them two brands. Just fling it out, you know.
Mr. Silk, big up, man.
So then when he's talking
Jamal
about
Jamal Emil,
when he's talking about knocking out Pegasus and turning the whole place into Chimes and and Pegasus were one building, but then kind of, you know what I mean?
And I'm glad I asked you that because people would have just thought Pavilion. You know, they might thought it was the previous name or something. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So then times that I love, like, obviously I'm doing designing flyers for all different people. I'm meeting all different kinds of people. And I tell Anthony, I'd love to put on a dance there. So we came up with this concept called the College and Uni. What was it called? The College and Uni Bash or the College and
something like that. But it wasn't College and Uni Bash, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And big up my bridging, my article done, rude boy friend, Mark Ross, the boss.
The boss.
Mark Ross done an advert. Yeah. Calling all colleges. Yeah.
He's the own DNLs as well, isn't he? He used to be part one of the.
He was. Him and Biggs. Yeah.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Big up Biggs. Big up the man. Then
Mark Ross. I remember them days. Yeah.
Go on.
Juice, Jibs, Joe. Big up all the man and still. So he's done this advert. Anthony's got a deal with Trace. Anthony's got this advert playing like it's
crazy,
madness.
And them prices.
I remember I'm out flying this flyer, and I'm proud of my little dance that I got. So I got Rampage. Who have I got?
Boogie Bunch.
No, Boogie Bunch was on the second one. I had Rampage, Mark Ross. I think I had Victor V.
We were on it.
GCrew them times, isn't it? But I'm out in the West End because them times in the West End was the place to be. It was buzzing. Yeah, I was out in the West End flying every day, and people were like, "Well, you bringing us to Murder Mile? You bringing us to Clapton? You bringing us to Murder Mile?
Them times.
Yeah. Anyway, on the day of this dance, the queue is going right round. Literally. This dance, alright, so big up Anthony Brightly because he put his faith and trust in me. Big up Althea, Althea helped me promote that dance there. Wow, listen, you have to have authority and discipline, so big up Althea gave me authority and discipline on that dance there still, That dance then made $9,000.
Whoa.
That time.
On the door,
On the door. Anthony Brightly gave me $9,000.
Oh, from the bar.
Just give me $9,000. Just hold that.
Simple.
Just hold that.
Big up.
$9,000 in them days.
Big up Anthony, man. That's
I
big.
don't know what day it was. 1992 or
That's
3.
big. That's big.
$9,000 was for a liquor promoter like me.
$9,000 today still alright. So
I owe you for life. I owe you for life.
So big up so brightly.
What's that worth now? What would that $9,000 be equivalent to now? I reckon about 50.
And he didn't have to do that, but countless of people could tell you the story of what Anthony done for them. Do you get what I'm saying? GCrew can tell you. Heartless can tell you. Galflex can tell you. You get what I'm saying? There's so many people that can tell
Stone
you.
Love Sound all now can tell you.
Do you get what I'm saying? So big up Anthony Bright still. But that was like, I've been doing dances, but I was doing these little youth man dance, whatever. But that was like, for me, that was my entry into that kind of league of dances. And it was, man, it was a surprise for a man to just say, like, just
hold that.
Literally. Do you know what I mean?
Big up.
You know what? One thing I would say about those dances back in those days is there were some promoters who did us dirty, and I'll tell you why there was some. You remember why I'm saying this in a minute? Is because a lot of the promoters that were doing those, there was a certain few that were doing these parties, were bringing in us lot who were the youth sounds to give us all £50 each. Do you know what I mean? For playing.
You're lucky to get £50 there, time there, my lad.
Not when you got a sound full of flipping 5, 6, 7, 8 man. You know what I mean?
But that was the thing them times. Literally, there's £50 is the going rate for them time there. I swear that it's the entry level rate.
Experience as well.
Even now, it's still the entry level rate.
I tell you why it was bad though. It's because even when it's us lot that's making sure their place is full. But they still only give us £50. You know what I mean?
It's
the ecosystem. It's the ecosystem. And I got to be honest with you. Even though you felt that way about it.
I felt that way like years later, not like at the time.
The ecosystem should have stayed that way there. It should have stayed promoters, DJs, venues. You know what I'm saying? Rather than DJs become promoters. And I'm not having anything against a DJ becoming a promoter, but it spoiled the ecosystem.
Yeah, it did.
There was an ecosystem. Promoters made sure that you had a good time. Their job was to make sure that the crowd gets the right experience. You know what I'm saying? The DJs kind of jumped the gate because they had following and thought they could cut out that part still. And don't get me wrong, it's evening out now, but it took a long time. You knew a promoter's event from a DJ's event. Do you get what I'm saying? You knew that stuff was laid on for you differently than just, I know a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that definitely kind of put a little
I get what you mean.
Punch in the ribs to the ecosystem. Do you know what I mean?
We talk about the times where people was given tickets to sell to make their money.
That's right.
And things like that. I feel like those are the times where it slightly shifted.
Yeah, the quality control went down.
Yeah, definitely.
And
that goes into kind of what I was saying in terms of the DJs getting used. You know what I mean?
And I openly admit that I was one of those promoters that would give the DJs the tickets to sell, and that's your money.
Strategy for
No. If you're popular, you're on my bill, and I'm giving you 20 tickets. You sell it. You take your wages out. You run back the rest to me. I admit I was one of those.
But that's not a bad strategy for.
It's a bit bad though. It is a bit bad.
It's not bad because at the end of the day, if you're doing the rave, it is what it is. But it's just like you said. There's cause and effect of things.
No, the reason why it was bad is simply because, like,
I want to book them on another day.
Check this. You're the promoter. You're the promoter. I'm the DJ. Now, if I'm now having to sell your tickets, I'm now the promoter.
That's why the DJs not do the rave.
But you see, check the point.
Now after I
how many brands has that strategy spoiled though?
It's
and that's the point. Now, if I'm now the promoter for your rave,
might as well do my own thing.
Might as well do my own thing or pay me more.
Anyway, I know where you got that school from. We're not going to go there still, but I know where you got that school from. You got the man that came to the office in the backpack,
We're going to get him on soon.
Hey.
We're going to get him on soon.
Hey.
I'm telling you. So where we at now? Like we've covered Young Sapphire, Black Sapphire, GEnts, GCrew.
Yeah.
Your transition now, your transition being with Horner and Albert. Quick summary on Horner and Albert, because they're pivotal in your life.
So
right?
They moved from the tape shop.
We was at the tape shop. Went solo for a little while, and then did end up joining the.
So tape shop wise, we was at tape shop in Wood Green. We moved to Broad Lane.
Sorry.
Yeah. You're jumping the gun,
Tottenham.
Broad Lane. Which, to be fair, for me, actually, there was some iconic moments as well at the tape shop. Big up Boy George. Boy George was a promoter who used to do international sounds. He brought over Bass Odyssey, King Jammies.
Boy George?
No.
And I remember doing a flyer for him, and then after that dance there, jam, he brought his brethren. Big up Bikey Dread.
Yeah, he's gonna say that.
Big up Bikey Dread.
Big promoter.
From Coxham,
big promoter.
aka Bikey, aka my brethren, and he brought me a job to do. That job was World Cup Clash. Lee Valley.
Epic.
That flyer set in motion a different, I would say, client group and friend group. In the dancehall world, so I was doing dancehall for everybody, First edition was a pioneers in a lot of things. Big up Milky, I think I spoke about it the other day, innit?
Yeah.
Big up Milky from West Green Road, Coleman Fashions, He was the first man that come in with a bunch of pictures and tell me to cut out these pictures and put on a flyer. So big up Milky for that. I don't know if it's a gift and a curse, but pick him up still.
Damn right it was a gift and a curse.
Mate. But we did flyers for everybody.
So right now, your main thing now, because remember you're a DJ.
Yeah.
And you're a designer.
Yeah.
So the main thing now was designing.
Yeah. So designing, but also on the flip side, I was doing these little one-off events, but then I was introduced to GCrew through a mutual friend. So I wanted to do a birthday party.
Who's a mutual friend?
Big up Alfia. Big up my sister in Alfia, yeah. So she's introduced me to Goody. Goody wanted to do a couple of flyers, but he was also interested in just doing a little partnership dance together. I wanted to keep I'm sure it's my 21st. My 21st birthday. Big up, I have to say Dave Bogan, because that's our dad's friend. Big up Trevor, yeah. Yeah.
Kazi.
Dave, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Said he could I could use Pier 1 as a venue. Yeah. For my birthday dance. Yeah. And you know, Pier 1 was the place.
The place.
Them times, yeah. Goody agreed to help me on this dance. So I've done my flyers, promoted. Goody's done this thing, put it on radio. I think I'm a little bit gassed in it because it's my birthday. It's Pier 1, isn't it? So I gave out bare tickets.
And Pier 1 is what? Pier 1's like quite a known venue at the time.
Yeah, Pier 1 is a place. Like,
it's a place to be.
Yeah,
spot.
The Bad Boys, Latest Edition Studio, Hyper, like these sounds are occupying Pier 1. Do you get what I'm saying? Pier 1's got a Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday night murdering at the place, yeah. So so I'm having my birthday at this place, innit?
You're guessing,
yeah.
You're guessing.
And big up Nikki G. Nikki G's birthday. Nikki's about 10 days before me, so big up cousin Nikki.
Go on, Nikki.
She said she'll celebrate with me. Anyway, I'm giving out bare tickets. Bare tickets. So at the end of the night, where it's time to total up, Goody's looking at this little cash box, and this cash box is very light. So I've had to break it to Goody how much tickets I gave away. Yeah, he wasn't happy. If you know Goody, you know Goody loves money.
Yeah, but it's brand building, Goody. It's brand building.
This is what I tried to convince him. Yeah, he was not happy. However, my birthday is on the 30th. Goody's birthday is on the 1st. Yeah, so we got 2 days between our birthday. Me and Goody decided to keep the following year our birthday at a bar called Focus Bar in Hackney.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember Focus Bar, 2 floors, yeah? Not the biggest place in the world. Me and Goody done our first birthday there. That place was
pack out.
Too much. And then I said we just decided to keep our birthday dance every year. And yeah, so following that, I joined Special Touch. So basically, me and Goody are doing bits and pieces together. Nigel's doing this thing with Jazzy. Jazzy and Nigel split. Nigel's looking for somebody to kind of come on.
Nigel and Jazzy are who? Special Touch.
Special Touch, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Special Touch.
We got Jazzy D or Just Jazz.
So the original Special Touch is Jazzy and Nigel
and Mr. C.
Yeah. Goody's on his own.
So Goody's doing stuff on his own. Goody goes on holiday, comes back, things are not the same as when he went on holiday. And I think him and Nigel got to talking and they decided, okay, cool, come together, create Special Touch. Goody at the time might manage Polito done, so Polito comes with the situation. And this is the part that the stories and the pods don't tell you still. Big up Special Touch, big up Nigel and Goody.
So talk the truth then, Jay, innit?
Alfia's idea.
Say it as it is.
It was Alfia's idea.
Okay.
Alfia's idea to put Goody in Special Touch. Do you get what I'm saying? When I first joined Special Touch, I joined Special Touch as a manager.
What? They didn't want the Goody in there?
No, it wasn't that. It was like Nigel needed a reggae DJ.
Right, okay.
Yeah? You got Mr. Bantam, but Mr. Bantam's got his name. He's doing his thing already. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, Goody just came back from holiday and doing his thing with Polito, but it just made sense. It was actually a good call by Alfie. It made sense.
And what year was this? Sorry, I know I keep asking that.
This year is Lord have mercy. This is where I start kind of getting a bit.
Is it 95?
Where you joined Special Touch?
I remember a flyer saying Special Touch 96. So is it that time?
So it's probably 95. Feel cool.
Thank you.
It's probably about 95 where this thing is starting. However, when 96 dropped, in order to differentiate Naija Beat and Jazzy from Naija Beat and Goody, we put Special Touch 96. Yeah. So Special Touch 96.
So the updated thing.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
The new thing.
Transfer window closed now. Everything's done. It's a done deal.
Yeah.
So anyway, them times there, I am managing Special Touch. Now, normally managing Special Touch just means taking bookings and dealing with the promoters and making sure that people don't get paid. But you see, when you got a guy like Goody in your sound, that came with some damage control and all these other things, because Goody's a man that likes to talk his mind, and sometimes, it's
bit too blunt.
doesn't reflect well on our fellow promoters and DJs and so forth. Still, do you know what I mean? But that was a situation for, I think, a couple of years. To be fair,
Goody a baddie.
Goody just likes to. He just says what he's saying. That's how I put it. He says
even
what
his
he's
voice,
saying.
it sounds like a villain in the movie.
He just,
But he also is good for promotion.
yeah, he likes the front page.
If
He
I was
likes
to
the front
cast him,
page.
I'd make him the boss. You know, like.
Listen, we were the first sound to do a magazine. We did a magazine called Special Touch News. And Goody had a page in this magazine, and Goody, you might as well say it's like the Jerry Springer bloody column. You get what I'm saying? He's just chatting the most. The most.
We need to bring that back visually.
The most. You know what I mean?
Statement.
But that came with his, like I said, damage control. Like literally, there's when I was working at First Edition in Tottenham, there was a lot of phone calls that came through to the 365 number that weren't about work. It wasn't about work.
365, now on 36. I remember that.
I remember
Every day call that in the household.
Snap. J-Day, please. They got fed up of hearing.
Big up Albert, big up Horner. But they knew the backbone, like literally, like literally, you could not be feeling so much phone calls coming through.
Do you know what?
More, but
do you know what?
Do you know what I mean?
Now, this has to get documented because people are not gonna know this part about the First Edition times when you was in Tottenham.
Okay.
Ninja Man.
Oh yeah.
So one time,
I remember.
Sugar. What's the sound's name, man?
Yeah, he bad up somebody. Really
Sound
bad,
name?
man.
African something another.
African Star.
No, it wasn't African Star. But anyway, so Ninja Man's over and the fly needs to be done, and obviously whoever these guys have got to do the original fly, it's just not going to happen still. So they've come over to First Edition. So if you know First Edition, you know that it's 2 floors. You got the print downstairs, and upstairs you got the office. But when you walk up the stairs, it is proper like hollow wood. Like so, it's proper like. So I'm hearing it's proper like exaggerated like. Walk up the stairs, The selector's name is Chris.
Hold on.
He's a dread. I'm trying to think of it. Anyway, so Chris is saying basically, got this job that needs to be done, but we need to get it done by tomorrow because there's this big dance and then we need to have this thing that's still. If you know Albert is not in the let me make you feel good as a customer or we'll try our best. Albert's just like, it's not gonna happen. So Albert's like, no.
You don't care who you are, basically. You could be Jay-Z come through the door. I don't even know you. Who are you? You're treated the same way. That's Albert.
So Chris is saying, please, we need this. We'll pay double, whatever, blah, blah. Anyway, this figure appears from the rest of the staircase, and Albert says, it can't be done. And this guy just says, it can be done, it shall be done, and you shall do it. Look like Ninja Man. It can be done, it shall be done, and you shall do it. The great Ninja Man.
I picture Ninja Man saying that right now.
With his face twist up.
But here's the thing, that man got his flyers tomorrow.
It shall be done. Of course, it shall be done.
He manifested it.
Albert Hall turned it around now.
Mate.
Yeah.
You got the great ninja, man.
Yeah, so first edition, mate.
Yeah, so first edition was a base for a lot of things as well still. Like literally we'd have sound meetings there after hours and so forth still, do you know what I mean? So yeah.
You're the reason why we can get to it now. So I've always had this in my heart now, like, so I'll be now learning the way and getting into the promotion game. So I'll come see you after school.
Mm-hmm.
Straight from school, I'm there. I'll bring my packed lunch because I know I'm going to be in there for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So where I'm just hinting to you to start my flyer. Just make a little start to it.
Little friendly
This is therapy here. This is therapy. I get off my chest here. So this is my place. It's a statement. This is my place.
Big up Goody, yeah. I feel like there's a phone call put in before this.
That was kind of like me and you with the Heartless Crew one when I told you about Longers.
Right. So I get there. I'm prepared because there's many times I've been burnt. Like I've come there.
So the party's booked already?
The party, the dance is on. I've booked the venue. Jay's probably even booked the venue for me. The venue's booked. The date's set. I do my flyers. Yeah. So I come in, and obviously, as I said, there's been previous days I've attended and nothing's going on.
Another one I remember like what you're talking about.
Go.
Mandy and Fonty's birthday.
Mandy and Fonty's birthday.
Yeah.
Where was that?
Is that Gray's Inn?
At Chives. It was at Chives, isn't it?
Oh wow.
Mandy and DJ Fonty's birthday. Remember the Scorpion thing?
I want to see whether he got his flyers done. You know that?
Go anyway.
Right.
Go anyway, brother.
So I bring my yeah, bro. I will, bro. So I bring my packed lunch in today because yesterday and the day before I've turned up and
he's hungry.
There's no production. I haven't got my flyer.
And you're hungry.
So it's Wednesday now. So I've turned up again. This time I got my packed lunch and I'm ready. And again, we might start it, but then somebody else walks in the office door and they get Jay's attention. So my one now, the little brother,
push further back.
the screen, you can see the screen in it. The screen's gone now. Where I can see and I'm just happy to just watch the screen. I'm happy to see like you've actually paid me attention. And it's got my title on my rating. Nothing else. It's the title. I'm happy with that. You can give me 2 hours of that. No movement. You're on the phone, eating, whatever. But 2 hours is fine.
You know the ironic thing, yeah? When he drank Click, he realised the play. But anyway, go on.
We're not there yet because this is the 90s still. So then now somebody else comes in and then my thing goes. It gets to a certain time, I have to go home. Yeah, I'm a kid. Yeah. So okay, bye.
Why are you joining the kick card?
Bye, Jay.
Bye, brother.
Bye, Jay.
You know I'm underage.
So that's 4 days. I've been there. Just see my title and maybe a background.
Do you remember the title?
No, I can't remember.
Okay, cool.
So eventually, I got my flyer done eventually, and it is cool. But eventually, I learnt how to do it myself, and that is down to you.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that is down.
That
one hurt me.
That is down to you.
That was the course. Them days that you was getting in, that was the course right there.
But anything I do, anything I've done.
Why give a man fish in it? Teaching to fish.
Yeah, exactly.
It's based on Jay. So as a DJ, I was a DJ for GEnts for many years. As a promoter, I've done it. I still do it now because of Jay. A father, putting a family together because of Jay. Everything I've seen, designing to now because of Jay. I got to that point where
flowers, amazing big brother.
People don't realise my logo.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now, I'm saying.
People don't realise my logo. Do you know what?
I thought it was you.
No, that was me.
So what are these little?
Yeah, it's Jay.
Yeah.
So
you see,
just that, and obviously at the time, I could have been in my feelings. I'm a youngster. I'm turning up. I'm not getting my stuff, and I'm knowing all the big boys with the money. Remember, I'm not paying for it. So what can I say? I've just got to.
And there's this thing that Horner taught me from, and if I be honest with you, it has got me in problems. Yeah, I mentioned Goody earlier because it's got me in problems with Goody. Yeah, in terms of you put those paying customers first. Yeah, and it's kind of got me in this problem because obviously I do what I do.
Do you know what my mum told me? Yeah, it's called Busman's Holiday. yeah, and you get like, and obviously, let's say, so busman's holiday means, and let's say
the man that travel on the bus,
you're taking the family on, like, you know, like you never take the family. It's kind of like you do. Everybody gets what you do, but when it comes home, you come home to relax, innit? So if you're going on holiday, you're going home to relax. So you're not going to want to drive.
But for me, it was a lot more because obviously we got all these dances going on.
Yeah,
and it's like I had this thing where I need to finish. All right, so let me give you a scenario so you can understand where the philosophy came from. We're in this industry called the street sound industry. There are these sounds who are all competing for dates. Dates is the commodity back in the days, People, like, they stamp their mark on a particular date. That's my date. That's a money date. Do you get what I'm saying? So me and Goody's birthday falls around the first week in November. We all do our birthday.
Okay. Big up Scorpio gang.
But also within that, the first week in November, RGS, which was the biggest thing them days there. Yeah, promotion wise. Big up Chris Sweeney.
Still doing that thing now.
Yeah. Big up Stretch. Yeah. And Roddy. They're the biggest thing.
Do we mention Mikey?
No, that's ARM.
Okay.
That's ARM.
Okay.
Yeah. But big up Mikey, who's legend in his thing still. So Horner had installed this thing in me where basically make sure the client comes first. Yeah. Because, and definitely within the scene that we are dominating, me being close to Special Touch or being close to studio meant that if a flyer came out on a particular date that was my sound flyer, it would cause other promoters to either stop using us or to complain about preferential treatment. You know what I'm saying? So what would happen, which is Goody, I apologize, I'm sorry, I'm saying it on camera, I am sorry.
On camera, live.
What would happen is that a lot of my personal projects have to get put behind those paying customers. Not just because they're paying customers, but also to kind of kill the politics of the fact that Jay, who's in Special Touch, which is a top 5 sound in times there, works here and is not going to either use your information to kind of gain things via Special Touch or give Special Touch preferential treatment, knowing that, okay, cool, these guys have got a date on this thing, let's get our flyer out first. So what would happen is Special Touch flyers would most likely come after these events. You get what I'm saying?
Still win.
That's by design. It's not Jay just trying to be like long away.
But you still win though.
This is a thing, Jay. This is a thing. Special Touch, you know. So what happened now is we do our birthday either the first or the second week in November, and then we've kind of had this agreement with Chris that he does the same thing with his trip reunion. He either does it the first or the second week in November. So we alternate. Yeah. Within that situation, there had been a time where I put out our thing first. But that's because Goody was on it and the information's there and it's ready and there's no excuses, you get what I'm saying? I put out the other event a little bit after, which caused some contention because it was said that it was done deliberately because I have an event on the same day, do you get what I'm saying? So, and big up, because obviously everyone's cool, not a problem, it was brought up, it is what it is kind of thing still. But from that, Horner's used that like a case study as to make sure that we do the client's jobs before you do your stuff. And remember, you know, them times there's Special Touch is hot like blood clot, like I've said blood clot too much, you know. So anyway, hot like fire, hot like fire. So literally anything we're putting our name to is going clear. So it is a problem. It is a problem for other promoters. I'll be real. It is a problem. If you know stamp is coming out, move your date. Move your date. Do you get what I'm saying? So with a lot of the stuff that's coming through now, I lost clients. I'll be honest with you. I lost clients. I lost some major clients because they couldn't get their head around the fact of I'm in this design house, but also part of Special Touch. Do you get what I'm saying? So, but it is what it is, isn't it? We're all here. We're all still.
But no, there's not another you though. You know what I mean? Like you're threading this thing, so it's like what do you want me to do? You want to go and do the work that I did?
I'll be honest with you, Jay. I put it to you that Flyers, as we know it right now, has come from the DNA of me.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, literally, I'm not even. There's no front, whatever. But Flyers that you see now, that is a worldwide thing, has come from the DNA of me.
Amazing.
Big up some of the other the design houses.
DNA,
Icon. Big up, rest in peace, Lee Mayers. Ransom Graphics. Big up Faz.
Come on.
Big up Patrick. You get what I'm saying? There's some proper godfathers in this team.
No, definitely.
But I'll be real with you.
But everybody says, you know what? You see with you don't really even need to speak. I've learned a lot about you without, even though I know you, I've got to know you my own way. Yeah, and I just we just vibe. Like half of the things I've heard about you is from other people. So when I first met you, I just met you as bro. But I already know your history. I know your history about knowing it was you. Do you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of your history about knowing it was you. Then when I got told it was you, I'm like, oh shit!
In this design thing, Jay's the guy.
I wouldn't just say design. I'd say like the design is just part of the
part of it.
It's weird because people don't understand that it's actually like it's almost like creating a language because you had to within all the sub-genres of the genre that we're in. You got the street sounds, but then you also got the house and garage guys. You know, you got the bashment guys. You got what I'm saying? You got the soul guys. You got the neo soul guys. You got the garage guys. You got what I'm saying? And some way you've got to create something that translates to that particular audience.
If
they don't get confused that this dance is
100%. If they was talking about you in New York City, they would be. This is London City, just as big as New York City, bro. If even not more important. So when they're talking about people like yourself, because I even give this to, I always tell Dagz and along as this. So you're the thread before them. So when you're talking about you see what you got to mention the part of. At that time, because everyone goes on like we've been in England for a million years. We ain't, and there wasn't dances just happening for our culture. Let's just be real, innit?
No, 100%.
So we have to set the scene so everyone can 100%. Understand where we're talking about.
100%.
We're talking about in a place where they didn't have these things. They didn't have a scene. They didn't have people doing their flyers. They didn't even know how to do flyers. Literally. They didn't know how to even design a flyer.
And the whole thing goes hand in hand.
We're not talking about copying something. Or replicating something. We're talking about like pioneering stuff.
Creating something. Definitely.
And in London City.
Definitely.
And then make it being one of the biggest people. So everything that came from that in terms of it hasn't really been changed. The formula of what we do in terms of nights out and stuff, and things like that. The formula hasn't changed. So it's still under your formula. Do you know what I mean? So we have to give you that, man. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Do you know the funny thing about it is, like, if you didn't mention that story a little while ago, I would never know the reason why I had to go and sit down in the flipping office for hours myself. But you see me, anytime I came to Jay with this. Jay, I'm doing this dance. I don't have a clue what I want done on it. Here you go. He comes up with a whole custom.
That's me as well.
He creates everything. 100%. Most people come to Jay and they'll say to him, all right, cool, I want this, I want this, I want this. I have nothing. I don't know what I want.
That was the beauty of
history. My part is called history. Here you go. He created a logo for history. He created this. We created that. Made it look crisp. Or he'll put some on there, and then all of a sudden, a day or two, it's changed. Looks better than what it looked a couple of days ago.
100%.
Cocktail when we're doing cocktail.
My problem, man.
Even the events are
what I mean?
It's like Jay's events. Jay's got some links to some plush venues.
My logo was an accident, by the way. It was he done something on a flyer and changed what it looked like before and put that on there. I was like, Jay, that's now my logo.
It's got the American appeal.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do you remember that, Jay?
Yeah.
That's now my logo, and that's what it's been since then. Like, for how many years?
I think one of the rules that I had for myself was to make anybody's flyer that you're doing like good enough that you promote yourself for your own dance. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, if you got that in mind, then it's like whatever's leaving this design house right now still has to look like I'm gonna go out and give out these flyers. You know what I mean? And don't go, there's people that are very specific on what they want still, and you deliver that to them still. But for me, it's just like, you know, there's been people who come in like big up Higher P, one of old school, good clients.
Artist, isn't it?
I remember he came in.
He's an artist,
Yeah, he's an artist.
I know
he wanted to do an
formerly known as Parrot.
Award ceremony. That's right, man. Parrot. We know him.
Okay.
He wanted to do an award ceremony for dancehall. I can't remember the title that it came up with, but it was just like, Parrot, man, that's not showing, man. That's not showing still. So we sat down and I came up with a thing called DIA, Dancehall Industry Awards.
Okay, yes.
That,
I remember.
for him.
See?
And it's just like, it's that kind of thing, isn't it? It's like you kind of, not just a design house in terms of, okay, cool, you're
director.
You're just going to give me something, I'm going to give you whatever still.
I remember Cocktail, the event started as my birthday. Right?
That's your thing.
Every single flyer for that was the hottest thing on road.
I remember.
Yeah, that's what I mean, for our thing, especially the Christmas ones.
Shout out to Elliot Days, Squeaky.
Yeah,
the Christmas ones.
Yeah, bad.
I think them times there, if we're jumping anyway, I think, so I done my innings at first edition, and big up DODD, yeah, big up Dodd, the Express, yeah. Big up my brother from another mother, yeah. He'd been asking for a little while, like, you gonna do whatever, do you wanna do something, kind of
breakaway. Darren
obviously got his skills now, he's doing his thing, do you know what I mean? So we formed a company called
Who's Darren?
Me, mate.
Just
the government.
The GTO.
The mayor. GTO mayor.
So, big up Mo. Our first office was in Edmonton.
I think we touched on that, innit? The rat city.
Yeah. Hey, they had rats the size of cats for them.
I remember them, you know.
Rats the size of cats.
I dare you to come and check us in the office after 9 o'clock.
You really want your job, man. You really want your job.
You know, I don't think I ever came to the office, you know.
Serious?
I don't think I ever came to the office.
Yeah, that job, that office is cold still. So big up Mo. Big up Chris.
We wasn't in there for that long, was you?
Yeah,
it's in there for a while.
Yeah, it was
there for a while.
Couple of years still.
Okay.
Before that was my bedroom. We didn't have no email them time there. Them time there. Hear this now. Them time there.
Yeah.
Print. Was it fax machine?
Fax machine.
And print it out on the fax.
White,
listen, Jay would send me, say to you, right, go and check the customer. So it's not like nowadays we can email, innit?
Yeah.
No.
You
print it out. I get in my car.
This is manual.
No
shit,
license. Mate. I get in my car and I drive and link the customer. Link the printout. Go and link you. Alright, so it's your flyer now. I come and link you with the printout. And then you write, if you don't like this part of the background, you put X there. So change this to blue. Yeah. Then you're like, okay, delete that sound, put that sound in. It's that, innit? It's that. It's manual labor. It's not send a text back or email back and we change it.
About that. We had the fax machine all this thing upstairs.
I mean, man, on Tower Bridge, London Bridge, parking up on the side road and doing the changes. After he finishes, drive back home, give it back to Jay. Give back to Jay. You understand? And he's doing the changes. Then it's going again. Come on, man.
Just for one flyer.
Email.
Just for one flyer.
Email. What email? WhatsApp. Oh, come on.
And even when email came through, it was like a luxury thing.
What USB stick? Even no USB stick even.
Nah, if that was
print out. Black and white print out. I'm telling them it's kind of bluish. When I left the house, it was kind of bluish. It was like a light blue.
Come on. Them was still the days of floppy disk. Them days they were.
It's real.
Nah.
Real in the field. Early, real.
For me, but
real.
Big up Coral Draw.
And
big up Photoshop, My G's, and money,
Them man there, JPEG and that.
This is before.
I'm telling you. Stories that need to be told.
Yeah, Coral Draw was. Big up Matthew. Matthew was the youth on my work experience when I used to work for a company called iLaser in West End. I must have been 17 them times there, and he taught me everything there was to know about Coral Draw, and that is what I used as my staples for many years, bro. Coral Draw. You used to come to my office and we'd have arguments about Mac versus PC. You couldn't talk to me about Mac. Talk to me about Mac. Are you mad? That's PC.
Bring your Mac out, blood. Bring your Mac out, blood. I'll still show you up on the PC.
What?
Just as long as you're not talking about the guns, then you're alright.
So that's what I'm saying. So that
big up Wayne Goth, because this we've got this office, all right. So we're jumping forward a little bit, we've got this office, we've moved into 2 offices in Debova Road, Debova Village, just let me know, say it's posh spaces, this is N1,
It's N1 now,
Debova Village, we've gone upstairs and we've expanded to 2 offices, so we've got the designers in one office and we've got admin in the other office. I'm having these daily wars with Wayne, because he's telling me that Mac is the way to go. This whole place is packed out of PCs. But there was a virus that made the text come up as Arabic, You see when that virus lick out the PCs,
You was like, yeah, Mac, what you saying, fam?
Oh, Click was crippled, like literally crippled. Like I think we've got about 4 designers, but I've got about 12 PCs up in this bitch. You get what I'm saying? Like,
did you convert?
Because they're all networked.
Did you convert?
Had to, man.
Because Macs don't get viruses very easily.
Yeah, I had to convert, boy. And I ain't gonna lie, boy.
White
Once you go Mac, you never go back.
Yeah, come on, that's the facts, isn't it?
Literally.
Pause, Mac, he ain't talking about you.
Big up Mac, behind the camera, behind the HD cameras. Big up Mac. We're talking about you, G. Pause.
All right, so unless I'm jumping the gun too far,
Good.
J2 to J Nelson.
We can jump that
Because obviously J2 and J Nelson is the same person, but obviously the next version of the same person.
If I'll be honest with you, J Nelson just came from, I'd done J2 for so long, from the days of Crystallize up and through to the days of Special Touch.
I thought you got vexed with me calling you WJ2. Well, I got WJ too. God, sorry.
But yeah,
it's that time of life.
Yeah,
I think he looks more like Jay Nelson now.
Hey,
you know this fly guy. Like, you don't even know with the stories. I don't know how old you are.
I think I just needed to be like, if I'll be honest with you, in that space, I kind of was just in the space where I just want to be comfortable right now. Still, I wasn't so much in the space of I need to be a DJ and into whatever. What I did know is that music was like therapy for me.
Yeah,
it was like, it's something that I needed to do regardless of whether it was going to be paid or not. It's just something I just need to play music. But I didn't want it to be under the guise of J2 for Special Touch. I just wanted it to be something fresh.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I came out with J Nelson, and to be fair, for a person that's being involved in marketing and so forth, I didn't do a very good job of the transition of the name. But I think I did that on purpose.
Okay.
I think I just wanted to
start fresh,
just to be something, something that's not associated with whatever.
New beginnings are beautiful as well.
Just what it is. You know
Who's J Nelson?
Do you know what? It's as you go on as well. Like I say to you, when you're like someone like yourself, you've got still got that same energy as you had when you was younger. Don't worry about people telling you about time.
No, definitely.
When I see him, again, like I say, you don't really need to know his history. You just feel like it's someone that you need to know. You need to chat to.
What is it? The smile.
Vibes with,
the energy.
But do you know the part that we haven't touched on here since we've been here, which is a bit weird because we asked everyone the same question: how did you get the name J2?
True.
What is your name? J anyway? What's J stand for?
Julian,
see?
Full government around here. Right now.
You've been screaming
100%.
You know what?
Let's deport him now, You just got deported, bruv.
I even answered for him.
I'm joking.
Because he done that.
I had to ask him. I knew who Darren was.
Come on. Yeah.
People there, right?
Who's Darren?
Don't make AI change up the thing, you know what I mean?
This AI thing. I want to get this AI thing, you know.
Alright, so I went through, like I said, I love hip hop, like literally from the first record I ever bought was Malcolm McLaren, Buffalo Girls. That was the first record I ever bought from Chapel Market. Big up Chapel Market.
Can you sing that, please? Can we?
No, just Google that shit, man.
What shop did you go to buy that from?
I went to a shop. I can't remember the shop what was called, but it was in Chapel Market,
Camden.
Yeah. North London.
Chapel Market Angel.
Yeah, Angel.
Yeah.
And I remember I saved up money from mum, and then I took a little £1.50 off the top of the meter, Jerry, which I put it. I think I might have got beats for after still, but But went to Chapel Market and bought this tune. That was me. And it was such a bait tune when I think about it now. but I just love the whole thing of hip hop from that.
That's a classic B-boy song.
Yeah, and then obviously, you know, going into Nucleus and Schoolie D, and then you know, just immerse myself in hip hop. But within that whole hip hop culture, I'm doing a bit of graffiti. I'm tagging.
Okay, what's that tag?
Liquid electric box.
Yeah. I want to rest in peace, Big Daddy Main. I remember me and him used to go tagging together still. But I had these different names. So my tag name was Sun One. Do you remember?
You watch Kung Fu?
I don't know why someone came. It just rolled. You know what I mean? It just rolled.
Yeah, but the late night Kung Fu and all that.
So
yeah, I remember that.
Like, you call Wayward Youth. So like I said, I used to go to school in Kilburn, and like if you go on the Bakerloo line, the Piccadilly line, you know that thing needs to be tagged up. So I'm out here with Krez, who was Nabil, Artist, and Pico, like a whole lot of people just tagging up these trains, just Wayward Youth. Yeah, so I had the name Someone. Then I had this whole long name called Rock Easy. Don't judge.
Rock
Easy, which I gave to Danny.
Danny.
Okay.
So you did part it off.
So
Danny, you see your big brothers doing
projects, you know what?
Yeah.
So people used to call me J and J1, but for some reason I came up with this anagram, which was just another extremely talented wise one. J2. So, and I ran with that for a little while still.
Do you feel like going to school in Northwest helped you when you started your business? Because I feel like Northwest is one of the most party or that orientated areas. Especially when we like in the back in the day, like you know, you got South, you got everywhere, but within the North London, like Northwest has got a big party.
I'm glad I had that West London experience. If I'll be honest with you, still.
Yeah, because
I'm glad I had the experience.
Kept you connected with a couple of
definitely.
And people from North London wouldn't just naturally be connected to those people in them days.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't just be connected.
You know what?
To
it's mad because obviously, even though the postcode thing is a really, really big mad thing now, back in the days, it was area thing still. Do you know what I mean?
No, it still was area. That's what I'm saying.
It was area thing. And before to communicate. Before the obvious kind of little contentions, like we were going everywhere. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? And it was more a case of North going into South, where they'd be Clapton or Brixton or Peckham kind of thing, still bucking up with whoever, you know. I think it was the 38s, and what was the other one? 28, sorry. And what was the other crew there?
Not the Berg.
Kick Off Head. Which one? What side?
Nah. I'm trying to remember one.
What side?
There was 28s, and there was from South as well.
PDC?
Nah. There was another crew that was like a little bit before them times there, and everybody was claiming to be a cousin or somebody involved in somebody, whatever, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But I remember us lot being from like Finsbury Park and Holloway. We're going everywhere. Yeah, Clapton, bloody West London, like we're just traveling everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And for us, it wasn't a thing. Obviously, you had the standard things that you carry with you, kind of thing still, but it wasn't a thing for us. But it was contention, like in terms of like, you know, certain areas going to certain areas.
Like, even within what you do, there's a lot of danger within it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to take that. That's one of the most dangerous things. Most of the worst incidents have happened in raves.
Literally.
So that in itself shows you that for someone to be around it, they have to be knowledgeable to make sure it's safe for people as well.
Navigate, yeah. So then now, the breakup of Special Touch with you and them.
Are they broken up?
Say what now?
Well, to me, I never knew that. What happened?
I didn't even know.
To be honest with you, for me, it was at that time I was just going through my own situations, and I actually kind of I found raving a little bit uncomfortable, to be fair. So I kind of eased back a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Uncomfortable how?
If I'll be honest with you, I had a bloody panic attack at an event. I don't know what happened, but I kind of just got into a space where actually certain events which should be just child's play for us, we've been doing this thing for years. Do you know what I mean? Just became a little bit kind of anxious or nerve-wracking for whatever reason. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I was going through certain bits and pieces. For me, I just thought, let me just cool off a little bit still.
Do you feel like swim through some of the things you may have seen? Because there's a lot of PTSD being in all of these raves and people getting...
You know what? I don't think it was from anything that I saw. I think there was certain things that was happening family-wise at the time that kind of, for me, kind of put me in a different space.
Yeah.
And it was also a priority space. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's weird because this scene... big up Tracy. Big up my friend Tracy. She's a therapist, and she said that there's this thing called STEMS. I think it's short-term energy syndrome. Yeah. And basically, what she's saying is that this thing is something that where people who are going through stuff rave, and for that weekend they forget about what's going on differently still. But it becomes repetitive, and it starts to become an addiction that you have to actually go out now to kind of null the vibe of
the pain.
Maybe the 4 or 5 days. Do you get what I'm saying? Kind of thing still. And for some, it becomes a bit more than others. Kind of thing still. And she said there's literally like hundreds, if not thousands, of people that's going through this in different genres of different whatever, blah blah. And for me, it kind of felt like there was stuff that I wanted to do with special. There was stuff that I felt that the community had given us so much that I kind of just wanted to get a little bit kind of community on them a little bit, so that do a couple of little fun days for the kids and do whatever, blah blah. And not to take anything away from the team, but it just wasn't the alley. Do you get what I'm saying? It just wasn't that. And with whatever I'm going through, I guess I'm kind of thinking or overthinking the situations that I'm in with the sound kind of thing still.
Change the tolerance.
I feel like I just want to kind of just, do something a little bit different. And in the end, I think I just said, you know what, I just need to take a little break and just chill. Do you know what I mean? And I chilled kind of thing. And in that time, the thing that I missed the most, apart from the little weekend wages, was definitely just playing the music or vibes into the music or just being in an environment where that could happen. But I didn't necessarily feel that I wanted to do it back in the circuit. Because like I said, maybe PTSD in small little minor ways.
Different angles.
Small little minor ways.
You've been in it so long.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Different things, isn't it? That would have bothered you over time.
Definitely. And the sound has had its own. We've had our politics. You know what I mean? Some of it larger than others, and some of it just small minor things.
Just but it all adds up.
But we've been together for such a long time. Like you said, that Special Touch 96, and we was going. I left in 2016. I want to say 17. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a long time.
It's 20 years.
It's a long time. Do you know what I'm saying? So certain things that maybe just kind of a bit, or certain things that you felt that you want to do differently, they add up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I said, in the end,
what kind of things did you want to do differently?
Like I said, I wanted to be more socially aware. I think there was so much things going on around us at that time that I wanted the sound, with all of the following that it had and all the engagement that it could get from the area and so forth, still just to be a little bit more kind of, let's put the direction for our patrons in different things that people might be kind of going through. And that just might be, like I said, just doing like a fun day or doing something just a little bit kind of just something for the kids.
I remember there was some creativity that you wanted to place on in certain places where they wasn't really up for some of all that stuff.
But to be fair, I think the scene is like that in a sense. It moves when it's ready to move. Do you get what I'm saying? So big up all the creators in this space and stuff, because obviously I think the scene is definitely moving in the right direction. I think I have to mention Coco when I talk about that. So big up Coco White. Do you know what I mean? Like literally, that's my homeboy there, Dodd, Ali, Ray. Big up the team. That's still
another level.
100%. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's mad because people don't realise that obviously the blueprint, or like the kind of the atoms and the nucleus, the DNA for Coco was when we was doing Beautiful, which was again another 2 arena event, which I'm sure you lot featured on. Which one do you lot feature on? I'm sure you lot featured on.
Was it a New Year's Eve?
The New Year's Eve event.
That was the what's it called?
Victoria Plaza Hotel.
Yes, we did.
Hotel
we did Victoria Plaza.
Yeah, and again, you know, a good event with good movements. And like I said, I feel like, you know, that it definitely makes up part of the DNA for Coco. You know, and the guy's done an excellent job at the last Coco White.
Next level, man. Next level business.
So tell us about the one thing we haven't heard, because I've told you, like, this guy's brought in a lot of people. Who can you remember that you brought in? Name some names.
I don't even think I want to do it like that.
Yeah, man, like, you know, no. Just say it. You know what I mean?
I don't.
You put them in places. You know what I mean? You don't even need to know how much you put them in places, but you put them in places.
You don't. I'm not gonna do that, because that's. I mean,
you're afraid to blow. No,
it's not even that. I think it's a case of people will say, you know, I think it's more someone else's place to say he did this more than me say I did that for you, kind of thing. Okay. So you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like some bit of uncle. Do you know what I mean?
Humbleness.
You know
yeah.
It is that still. But obviously, there's for me, I think. I believed in that street sound culture. I believed in the fact of handing it over to the next generation. I also am someone who's always looking at the next. This is one thing that I rate this guy at. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, one of the things that I used to pride myself in is being able to spot talent. You know, I spot that in you, like bloody miles off. You know what I'm saying? And I think Darren has carried on that same trait, like, you know, the amount of people that he's put on. Again, I'm not going to ask him to mention names still, but people know. People know if you've been booked by Dagz, you've been sought out by Dagz, you know what I mean? People know kind of thing still, you get what I'm saying? And that's one thing I definitely say the Nelson brothers have definitely got an eye for talent. Do you get what I'm saying? An eye for what's next. Do you know what I mean? Big up Shani, man. You remember the bloody Shanto Clipper, Show You Love, yeah.
My sister and her brother.
Yeah, man.
Performing live. Was going to the studio trying to get the next big record deal. You producing as well.
But you know what, bro? We have to talk about the fashion show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That fashion show for me was like, that fashion show was.
Hold on. Now, which one? Because there's a couple.
We're talking about the one on bloody Green Lanes, man.
Okay.
The one.
The one.
Like, I actually had tears in my eyes when I watched that video. Big up all those who have gone and passed. Big up Cara, rest in peace. Do you know what I mean? But I had tears. Tyron Jones. I had tears when I was watching that video. But that video there, no, Dad, we got to edit that thing properly, man, and get it out still.
Yeah, like a fashion show put on 2000. It's called the Millennium Y2K fashion.
Y2K fashion show, yes, not even Millennium, Y2K fashion show.
Partnered me with it. Partnered with it. Done a nice flyer, like a folded A4.
We got Hesketh. I'm sure Hesketh was involved somewhere with the venue, innit? Hesketh. Yeah, I'm sure he was the link for the
Hesketh is like a youth worker. He's an youth worker, but everybody knows Hesketh, man.
And he was a plug for that venue there.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a plug for that venue.
Sorry, Hesketh, big up Hesketh. But yeah, that was like 2000, 2001. We had like on the lineup Tamika Empson, who's Kim in EastEnders, Kojo, when early days. Kojo had one outfit, Levi's twist.
Levi twist.
Yeah.
You got Kojo the Levi twist,
Kojo from them times there, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
What else we have on there? I don't know if we had, no, I think that was another event. I was going to say Lethal, More Fire, Venom Crew. Maxwell D, but I think that was the
next one. Yeah.
But yeah, big event. 2001. We had Jermaine Pennant, played ex-Premier League footballer.
What, he was there too?
Yeah, he was modelling on the stage and all that. We're going to edit this anyway. We're going to edit this and get a little clip going on.
Okay,
so what Jay's saying, that was a big...
Lee's ahead of his time, man. Lee's ahead of his time. Definitely.
Yeah, so...
So why did you guys not continue that stuff, man? Because that was something that was...
It didn't make no money, man. It was just epic, but it didn't make no money, man.
Yeah, but you know what? The thing about it is, obviously, it's about the mindset.
Yeah, that's right. And the mindset probably wasn't there at the time.
If you kind of did the maths on it, you'd have been able to flip it a little bit more and made sure it did make sense.
Yeah, we weren't thinking like that. We were just thinking of epicness, you know what I mean? Like, literally, any event that I did, obviously, the maths is always there, but it was a basic maths. It was a basic, like, bodies through the door, bar deal, no bar deal, money. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, we weren't thinking about that.
Remember, you got to pay fashion designers, you got to pay the models, sponsor the venue. You know?
And your mind not thinking that actually I can get someone to pay for all of this.
Do you know
what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
So within time you learn. So if we could go back in time, of course, we should have kept on doing it. You know, by now, look where it could be now. By the time, so.
And another thing that I have to give you props for, Jay, as well, is that you were always very forward thinking when it came to music and remixes.
I love music, man. Music has saved me so many times. You know what I mean?
Sometimes our conversations are the things that make me like pushing on this game. Yeah, man. Come on, man. You know some of our conversations. You know what I've been telling you for years. Do you know what I mean? This guy should be Khaled for UK, man. Do you know what I mean? Simple. Do you get what I'm saying? If our conversations is what made me do a lot of the UK USA collaborations. Do you know what I mean? Those mixtapes. You know, my thing was I was just slow putting them out because obviously my head, I need to always do something that is so different from everything that's out there rather than just doing it.
Bro, it's not too late, man. Music is a constant. Do you know what I mean?
I ain't done.
It's not even too late. So that's one thing that I love about this scene, and you know what it entails, because it's stuff that we love. Do you know what I mean? It's stuff that we've altered, we've changed. Do you know what I mean? Like, big up Dagz, like literally everyone's doing a Sunday thing right now still, but actually the day party thing was done a little while ago by Dagz, by Statement. Do you get what I'm saying? A little while ago. Do you know what I mean?
Still.
You know?
Four-day raves are popular.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I love the fact that obviously we've got this culture now still, because it opens up so much doors in terms of being able to do what you do on a Sunday. Do you get what I'm saying? But like I said, man, you have to give props where props is due still.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Something different about a day rave. It gives a different environment.
Dagz had to change his mindset on that, you know, because before that, Dagz was very much like, bruv, nah, man, I'm not doing nothing on a Sunday. Sunday is where I'm staying in my yard, blah, blah. He had to properly change his mindset to do them things.
This is the same guy that didn't understand house. Do you know what I mean? So come on, cousin. Wow. Come on.
This is the same guy who flipping hid under the decks to play his first soca song in the dance. Just a press play, you know. Hid under the decks, and then got up and was like, exactly.
I was trying. No way to play it. So it's about, you know, big balls, the gamble. You know what I mean?
Can I ask you a lot of questions? I want to ask a bit about your dad, because this came from somewhere.
Go on, fire.
You know, like when I see your dad, I see like the OG as well. You know, like, and I know his son's in it. So I'm like,
don't fall far from the tree, man.
What was going on with
it's his
Pops
fault.
when you
Dad's house was social.
Okay, you see?
Dad had a bar in the yard, in the front room, from before it was a thing to have a bar in it.
But you say that,
Mr. Nelson.
A lot of my friends, and long as he's here now, there's so many of them, would be fearful because he'd have decks as well. So in the front room,
so it was a soundman.
There'd be a Technics deck. Yeah, it was a soundman.
That's what I was getting at.
That was a soundman.
Technics system, man, with a graphical equalizer. Come on, separate.
Come on, like that, and then two speakers there.
Wow,
nothing major, but it's just you can see
enough.
And a big record collection.
Wow, a big record collection. So I'm tighten up, you know, with them explicit pictures on the front album. Tighten up.
So Jay would have a lot of obviously when he was Black Sapphire and he kind of calmed down and handed it over to us that we spoke about earlier. He left me with his record box, Jay. So he'd have his tunes in there. So obviously I'm not playing my dad's rhythms. Although we respected them tunes there, in your house, if your friends are around, you're not gonna play Toots and the Maytals and Alton Ellis. Jay's left his records there, so I would be using his records,
alternating,
and as long as we bring his tunes as well, because me and him used to have sound clashes on Dad's decks.
Right?
So this is
and it's on. We've got the evidence on cassette tape. Like the clashes are there.
Remember, we're 11, 12.
Oh, I had the feeling. This is what I'm asking.
1 for 1.
Yeah.
So
don't come from nowhere.
We'll
you
be
know,
playing the music on his decks, but come 5:26, we know it's time. He's going to be in soon.
Yeah.
He's going to be home from work. BT,
and it's his turn.
British Telecom.
Just down the road.
Yeah.
So you can hear the car reversing on the driveway.
Yeah.
That's when we're like, yeah, later. Like, pack the records away, whatever, and sit down like no one's doing nothing.
Yeah.
But he knows you've been on his thing. And rest in peace, Ozzy. Ozzy said a story before he passed away, and he said it to my dad. We had a video call last year, and the fear that my dad had, short man, like me and Jay size.
Yeah.
But he had presence.
Stature, man.
Presence. So when he came in the room, he's and you're playing these things, he's on to you.
Yeah.
He's not playing these things, but
yeah.
he's on to you. You understand? So he's on to you. So that was, I don't know how you felt.
Yeah.
Was you was you kind of fairy when
I wasn't fairy, but it was just when he's in that mode. I'm like,
Dad used to come home sometimes just in a mood for whatever reason. For whatever reason.
That's where it's parents for you.
It's not your Dex. It's not your.
And the thing is, everybody who's there is gonna hear that. Like, you know what I mean?
It's weird because my dad's not that kind of person, but he is.
Don't touch my dicks.
It's not yours.
Is
that everyone go home?
Yeah, go there.
So you got Charles in my yard, you got Ozzy in my yard, you got Squeaky in my yard, you got Loggers in my yard. Everyone's gone. They're dispersed. Gone. And it's left me to do with it. Yeah. But he ain't even on to me. Like after they've gone, it's like he tried to fare you lot. But when you lot are gone, it's cool.
You know why? Because it's them man that's gonna steal the needle. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's mad, but he just
not dissing your friends. You know what I mean? But that's how Pops would look at it. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what's hilarious? And this is where like people don't realize when we say that the world is small.
That's right.
I went to a nursery with him.
Wow.
It's only years later we got to realize that there was a family connection, that my dad and his dad are brethren from way back when.
But even before that, did I introduce you to, or did?
Nah, who? To us two?
Yeah.
No, we was in nursery, primary school, and the beginning of secondary school.
But he was checking you.
Yes. Yeah. So when I first met Jay, I didn't know that you two were brothers.
Yeah. Wow, you lot go back that far.
It probably was a thing when I've come in the shop. I'm in the shop.
Yeah. Right, you know my brother, yeah?
Yeah, it's all of that. Yeah. That's probably what's happened.
If you could get a nursery picture, that would be dope. Make a whole taste of
that.
But I was scrolling for Instagram and found you in school. And
it's a clock and dagger picture.
I sent it to you?
It's a clock and dagger picture.
That you most likely get.
It's some page that's got everybody.
Yeah, it's going on there. Yeah, class off. Dance coming up on September the 30th, I think it is. Class off, yeah. So a proper reunion, red carpet. Proper suited and booted gala thing, so that's coming up still. So we'll push that further shortly.
Yeah.
So man. But that's.
I just about recognize, like, who's this? I know this person.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Dagz.
They're going on everyone's page stealing pictures and all that, man.
They killed me on that.
I ain't seen that photo before.
They killed me on that one. Nicola Dady, bruv. She passed on that one. That's Nicola.
Must be.
Because I was like, nah. Dagz is the man with the pictures. He's got the pictures from 1920. But flipping that picture, I know Dagz ain't got that picture. Where did that picture come? It's Nicola. And I spoke to her recently and she was like, yeah, it was me. I was
hands
like,
up.
You.
So man, so that's dad. But like Jay's saying, he's social. So you go check him now in Jamaica. He's been there since 2011. He's just on hospitality.
Living the good life,
just
come in,
open the
White House,
come in, come to the White House,
But it's always been that. He's always been the kind of the good host. He's always been a good host. Like,
so I guarantee if I stopped going to the yard, and he saw me, he would be like, what? Why you ain't come up to the house no more?
We're playing pool. We're shooting darts. There's drinks going on differently with the adults.
Dominoes.
But you know what? Even for a man to create to raise some young men in that time to do what you lot have done, we have to give him his flowers as well.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, man.
Big up Dougie. Big up Dougie. Father Nelson. Senior.
Celebrating his anniversary the other day, bro.
Yeah. You know you get 3 young men that's doing good, you know, all the time. You know what I mean? So you have to commend it. And the daughter, obviously. But the daughter's used to
when I was
so there's 2
working at first edition.
I've only met 1.
2, yeah.
When I was working at first edition, Dad said like he actually got a place in Northumberland Park Market. I think it was an indoor market or something like that still. And he said, "Do you want to move there?" And I think them days I was just scared to go out on my own still. So I said, no, I need more experience from these guys still. But it actually did work out still because I think what I learned from first edition definitely helped us. Click, like I think we changed the game again, didn't we?
Yeah, 100%.
You got Realist T's the next one in line.
Like literally, man.
You know what I mean? And he's following the footsteps. Realist T's just following the footsteps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we've got a big stable
there's some
there.
talent on deck, man.
We got Really C's younger sister, Araya. She's in EastEnders.
Oh, amazing.
She's baby Pearl.
Amazing.
So she's Tamika that we mentioned earlier, our friend from school days. She plays her daughter in EastEnders. And it's her first black
child character.
From baby up till now, still in contract in EastEnders. You know what I mean? So that alone, baby Pearl. You know what I mean? So
My daughter's gonna be up there as well. Do you know what I mean?
Hold on,
definitely.
Talk about your daughter. What about you, brother?
What you mean?
I'm watching bloody The Witcher. I think it's some prequel thing. I see this beanhead on this thing.
Logan don't tell us not. You know how many things he's in?
He don't.
I don't. That's what
Netflix, my G.
He's an agent.
Netflix.
He's an agent, man. He's an agent. Agent. You know that?
Because a lot of it under NDA until they come out. I can't actually talk that much about the stuff that's come, but there's a lot of stuff. I just don't know whether when it comes out, I'm in the final cut or not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so even that thing on in the Witcher prequels called The Witcher Blood Origin.
Yeah.
That scene was so much longer. Do you know what I mean? That scene, what happens in the scene is it's in episode 1. The king is trying to unite 3 kingdoms. Okay. Do you know what I mean? So you've got Chinese/Vietnamese kingdom. Then there's me and the queen. She's the ruler of my kingdom, and he's got his kingdom. I think he's like Irish or Scottish.
Yeah.
And while he's saying, okay, this is gonna be something that is great, we're uniting all 3 kingdoms, blah blah blah, some big dragon comes out of nowhere, causes crazy, like,
my man's got some CGI going on.
Exactly.
CGI going.
I grab the queen's hand and I'm running through the crowd saying, move. All of a sudden, while I'm trying to run through with her, I get licked down by the dragon, like, I'm like,
they always do that to the black person.
I'm not the first one dead though.
I thought I was going to see him in more episodes.
I'm not the first one dead though.
Just for it.
And then basically, they get to the queen gets to the
they get more than £58 a week.
Most definitely. These are night shoots. So night shoots, you get like nice money.
Triple P.
Oh, flip it.
No, it's not Great Chill days, man.
But anyway,
that £58 for Great Chill was big bees.
Exactly.
Don't try. That was a week as well, you know. In the 80s. That was like $5
But what I found out is they had to squeeze it all the way down because originally it was supposed to be like maybe about 8 episodes, and then they squeezed it down to 4 or 5, and that's why they squeezed that scene down to like, all right, I just got seen for like a couple of seconds, and then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's
you're there, man. You're there. You're rich.
And if I tell you some of the stuff that I've done,
You did say
You're
something
gonna be
about
like, wow.
what was it?
Don't say nothing because I can't say that.
Big Booties 98.
This guy, you know, this guy's acting like I'm
Freaknik 96.
This guy's acting like I'm gonna be a Freaknik.
And then put it longers for no reason.
Your
You know?
uncle.
The real longers, you know what I mean?
The real longers.
That's it.
Freaknik, you know. That's how that sounds different, man.
Love it. Oh, mate.
Man's got OnlyFans, you know what I mean?
That's why I can't say it. I can't say it. My OnlyFans love it.
These guys killing me now.
I'm in contract. I'm not. Yeah.
Jay, can I talk?
All right.
Well, the new graphics work's going to be out soon.
So Jay Nelson, we're gonna wrap this up shortly.
Yeah, man.
What do we expect from you? What? Yeah, just tell me next 2 years, next 1 year, 6 months.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Jay Nelson, what's in your mind? What's in your mind?
It is big, but
What's in your mind? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna put my big toe back in the thing for a little while, so you know what I mean.
DJing.
Yeah.
What else?
What music?
because I know so you got some creativity.
You know what? This is my problem. My problem is I really want to specify something, but I just love music.
So just play it all across the board.
Yeah, just play what I play, man. Do you know what I mean? I've been doing a lot of private parties, and I love private parties.
Yeah, so do I.
I love being able to just build something from the beginning and just see it right through. You get what I'm saying?
Mature.
And getting those really them commendations. You know what I mean?
So there you go. You got a special occasion. You got a special occasion. Jay Nelson is available for hire.
Definitely.
Across the board musically. So yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. How do we find you, Jay?
Instagram J2.
You're a ghost on there though, bro. You're a ghost on there. You're a ghost on there.
Why are you calling me out?
So go say again. Wait, how do we find you?
Yeah, I'm not even going to mention Facebook because that sounds like the graveyard right now still.
You got Twitter?
I've got Twitter actually, yeah. _J2 at Twitter. Do you know what I mean? And I've got a TikTok.
You got TikTok, blood?
Yeah,
blood.
You do that move on there?
Yeah.
I thought you might have that dance TikTok channel.
You need to start a health thing, health and swag thing, because you know what, bro, I would never guess your only till today when I've heard the stories, and you're telling me certain age, like certain years, in the 80s. What?
It's in the genes,
what do you mean you was walking around in the 80s?
Definitely,
was like,
definitely.
You know, I can't tell your age, so we might have to do a skin routine Instagram. You know what I mean?
Might have to do that still.
Off Instagram.
Yeah. Might have to do that.
Competition time.
Yeah.
So what else? Okay, DJ. What else? Because I know that's not what you're limiting yourself to. What else?
Graphic design is still there right now. Been getting into a bit of consultation as well. Still, I'm enjoying that. Look out for the youngest, man. Bloody hell, man. Havana, yeah, man. She's going to be doing some things, man. This girl's going drama school right now. She is
my niece.
A ball of energy, man. A ball of energy still. So I'm going to put some effort into that still. Because
big up Havana.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, you know what? I'm just living, brother.
Yeah.
I'm just living. Do you know what I mean?
Take every day as it comes.
Simple. Definitely.
And any advice for I don't know.
Do what you love. That is the advice I give everybody. Do what you love. If you can get paid from it, great stuff in it. But do what you love.
You never work a day in your life if you do what you love.
Simple.
Man, I'm telling you.
Simple.
Enjoy it.
You know what I mean?
All right, well,
and
that's
they appreciate everybody around you right now. Yeah, like Jay said, man. Give people their flowers now.
That's right.
Man. Facts.
I don't hear nothing when I'm dead. I come to my funeral and told me how great I am. Tell me now.
But do you ever fantasize about your funeral though?
Nah,
I'm serious.
No, yeah. No, I have.
You know, it's jam.
Exactly.
Yeah. You just party for me, man. Just party for me. Seriously, just party for
It's this problem, innit? Can't even find a venue for this guy right now. So it's too small.
I like that.
It's too small.
Do you know another father who we need to give his flowers who is no longer with us?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Flipper,
yeah, Daddy Flipper, man. Yeah, Lindus Road.
Yeah.
The great, man.
Everybody knew him in North London, the bus driver.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? He was a guy that everybody loved and respected.
Yeah, so many fallen soldiers, man.
I think we're going to do an episode on the tribute.
We could do that. That's a good shout. That's a very good shout.
Because it's too much to just quickly slide in.
Yeah. I want you lot to do an episode on them youth sounds from them days, man.
Which ones?
Second Image and Poison. All
Yeah.
them like
You
that.
got coming as our extra host as well, fam.
Yes.
Yeah, come to the shows
Yeah,
and
I
we'll
don't mind
invite.
that still.
Yes.
We invite like 3 at a time instead of just doing one. We just invite 3.
With some Lex Tays.
get a nice
you know what I mean?
convo
Some Lex
all round
Tays, you know what I mean?
And yeah, more Lex
Even
stars.
this episode just felt very organic and comfortable.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was good, man.
You know what? It's mad because obviously there's a lot to say. There's a lot that's been
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Could never
You know
be-
what
I think we've left out so much.
So much.
No, but
So
it
much.
could never be put into one episode.
Yeah.
This is years,
Yeah.
bruv. Like,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
let's do what we can now. Episode 2 soon
Definitely.
come. You know,
Yeah,
episode
alright,
3,
cool.
4,
Yeah,
everything.
cool.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's it.
I just had to drop in Ninja, man. That was hilarious
No,
for
I'm
me when I
glad you
heard that
did.
back in the
That
day,
was a
bro.
classic.
That was hilarious.
Yeah,
I see that whole skit in my head. You know that? Even when he said he's stamping up there.
It
you know
shall
that?
be done. It will be done. And you
you
shall
shall
do
do
it. Flipping heck.
So on that note, that is it then, isn't it? We wrapped it up.
Oi.
J2. Thank you, Jay, my big bro.
Come on.
Thank you for all my lessons.
Let me just say I'm proud of this guy, you know. Proud of this
Thank
guy.
you.
You know when the student
Thank
becomes
you.
a teacher, literally like yeah.
No. But
Dagz-
it's got to
Dagz
come
is a
from
force,
somewhere.
man. Dagz
It's
is
got
a
to come from
force.
somewhere, and we've done the whole season 1. You've not appeared on season 1, but more or less every episode or every other, your name gets mentioned. So
Yeah, that was saving.
nothing before it's time,
It was a
innit?
bit of slavery.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
You know
So
what I
there you
I think
go.
there's a lot more, man. We didn't even go into like moving around Marky B and Heartless
Yeah,
and more
yeah,
fire.
Heartless,
and,
Heartless,
It can't
yeah.
be one
there's a lot of
episode,
little
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
You know what I
Can't be
mean?
one
There's a lot of
episode.
things.
Yeah, but we'll just add that in when we get
Yeah.
the other guest sounds in.
It's going to
So
be part 2 of
Definitely.
J2.
yeah, say no
I
more.
mean, it's not J1, it's J2. So
Aye,
it's
is
part 2,
it?
you know what I mean?
Is it?
All right, over to Longers. Let everyone know. That's it. Give me the final countdown.
Well, this has been J2 on the Statement. We'll be back real soon with some more bangers.
Janus and
Yeah.
Janus.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.